I'm not late, I promise. I'm not late. I've never been late. I'll never be late. I'm on time, right? 4 minutes late, that's not too bad. One second here, folks. I'm just getting some stuff figured out. All right, how are we doing? What's up, Talkative Introvert? Welcome back. Good to see you. Erica, good to see you. You think Vegas evens the series tonight? Okay, let's see. Random Aussie, good to see you again. Mr. NHL, Unk's finally alive. What's up, Boob? Holistic, we got Dan. We got RH, we got Gold. What's going on? We got Daniel, Ghost, CNG, Vehicle. What's going on? How's it going? Yo, Helio. Hey, it's been a while, Helio. Good to see you again as well. We got Unspork. We got Russian Egg. All right, looks like this poll is over. Looks like the majority of the votes went to yes. Are we thinking it's a Caps win? What's the score? 2-1 with a minute left. I mean, it's likely, but we've seen some crazy comebacks. We've seen some crazy comebacks, folks. What's up, LeChonk? Good to see you again. What's up, Mr. Doom? Squishy, welcome back. What's up, Ozzy? I don't know what that means, Mr. NHL. What's up, Gonzalez? Can't hear anything. Am I the only one? You got to be the only one. I know my audio is outputting. I'm praying to watch the game. It's not on. God bless you, Austin. Or I'm paying to watch the game. It's not on. It's because they're probably finishing up the whatever it's called, the Carolina game. Nah, social studies is the best, Erica. You're wrong. My day was good, Oilers PF. How's your day been? Yeah, this is an interesting pregame show for sure. What's up, Falk Rules? Good to see you again. Yo, Mrs. Draisaitl. Good to see you from Germany. Welcome in. Score prediction. I predicted 5-3 Edmonton in the pregame. I don't know, Upcycle Garage. I try not to make jokes like that because gambling is a real thing, a real crippling addiction that people have. And it's why I have never accepted any gambling sponsorships for my channel. It's something that I will never promote on my channel. What? Someone just left a comment on my video saying that I'm the swaggiest man on the planet. Are they based with that comment or are they wrong? Checking in from Nova Scotia. Yo, what's up, Purple Wolf? Love that. What's up, Engineer? Dude, this pregame show is wild. Look at them go. I think they need to do real gladiator fights on the ice. Like legit. Absolute cinema with the pregame show right now. Sounds intense. What's up, Ash? Just subscribed today. I'm a Bruins fan, and I'm sad. McLovin's ASMR. My second favorite team are the Boston Bruins, so I feel that. Also, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Who are you cheering for in the playoffs, McLovin? I just play Russian roulette. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Nolan? Checking in from a Wendy's in Draper, Utah. Just finished the Caps versus Canes. Wilson with the dagger. Let's go, Spencer. Washington is even their series up. What's up, Christy? Good to see you again. Welcome back. All right, folks, got the heart rate monitor up. My heart rate's a little lower tonight. We're not sitting over 100 right now. I gamble on multiple choice exams. Oh, no. Carolina is usually much more exciting. They usually do play a pretty high tempo type of game, but I didn't watch the game against Washington. No idea how it played out, but I'm assuming a low scoring game with not a whole lot of shots on net. No physics for you. Are you done with physics, Erica? Did you get it all done? Too lazy to work. Connor Carrick is going overseas. You know what? Good for Connor Carrick. He stepped in the AHL when they needed some bodies, so hopefully he does well over there. What's up, Robin? Good to see you. Let's go, Oilers. That's right. Interesting. Well, this is a big game for Edmonton then. Let's go up 2-0. I don't know that jingle, Mr. NHL. Is it to do with Baby Shark? I feel like they'd get walked by the Leafs or Panthers. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know how to gauge that series either. Also, for the intermissions, I got more hockey packs. I got 5 of these Series 2 packs. I've already pulled 2 Celebrini rookie cards, so I don't know what else we can pull from these that would be, like, super worth it. But I did buy some more packs to open during the intermissions. Because I know how much y'all like the hockey cards. Yo, what's going on, K-Swish? Not a whole lot. We're vibing today. I think so too, Vehicle. They're a good home team. They should explode at home. Yeah, the Utah Mammoth. I feel like their logo and jersey would benefit by having purple on it instead of just being black and blue. What's up, Gordon? What's up, TG? Welcome back. Yeah, that was an interesting one. That was an interesting skip for sure. Now, Edmonton's got to come out and assert themselves early. All right, national anthems, folks. Taking the hat off. You can all make fun of the messy hair today. Didn't have a good chance to get it looking all fancy for the stream. I'm a big Purple fan. Stu Skinner trade for chair. Could you imagine if I did live streams and Stuart Skinner just hung out with me during the live streams? Play some Mario Kart with him, since he's big into Mario Kart. Never fear, Zach is here, and I brought the beer. Love that. Love that. What do I think about Skinner for Stolars? Toronto would never do that deal. I loved the Kings purple. I actually loved their like original purple where it was like all purple. They had the like gold shoulders and they had the crown. I loved that. Yo, Retro with the $1.99 super chat. Chair is ready for the Molson farts. And sadly, I actually don't have any Molsons in my fridge. I'm all out. I got some Blue Moon mango and I got some 6 o'clock lager. I'd cook Stu Skinner and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What about Mario Kart World for the Nintendo Switch 2? Anyone getting a Switch 2, by the way? If I can do 3 more hours of work, I'll get an extra $400 on my paycheck. Over $100 an hour for the next 3 hours? Oh boy, you got this, vehicle. Equals guaranteed Oilers loss. No, they'll be okay. What's up, Drake and I? Good to see you again from Italy. Smash the like button as if it was a peachy ass. Let's go, Oilers. I love that. I don't mind the 6 o'clock lager. It's not like my favorite, but like it is good. It's a good beer. Not like, top 10. Like, if I did a beer tier list, 6 o'clock lager probably fall. Like, there's like S tier, A, and then B, and then C, D, E. 6 o'clock lager is probably in B tier. Good beer. Most beers, it's 5% in Canada. You can get some stronger beers that are 7 to 10%. Next May, the GTA 6 comes out. I hope it comes out next May. I hope the delay is worth it. Honestly, that's valid, Zach. That is valid. It's a slippery slope with their lawsuit against the Pal World developers. Like, patenting specific game mechanics, that's rough, right? Petition for White Claw. Oh, no vehicle. Hey, listen, all that means is you have an extra year to play other games on a nice new beefy PC. Who loves McDaddy? Me. Wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando. And that, like, baby is just like, me. Does anyone remember that? That was wild. What a wild time to be on the internet. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait for Doom Dark Ages. That comes out very soon. I'm excited about it. It'll be on Game Pass. Nani? That song's so funny. I love it. All right, folks, I'm going to be hiding chat here, all right? Hiding the chat because everyone knows what's happening before I do in the game. So during gameplay, I hide chat, and then I bring it back up during whistles, and of course, commercial breaks, intermissions, that sort of thing. All right, let's have some fun. Let's go, Oilers. Puck drop in 1 minute. And by 1 minute, I mean like literally right now. Oilers starting their top line. Eichel against McDavid. Eichel wins the faceoff. Puck is at center. Corey Perry, he's going to send it back to Bouchard, and the Oilers are going to set up a play here. Here's Evan Bouchard. Into the middle of the ice to Connor McDavid with speed. Into the middle for Leon Draisaitl. He skates into the Vegas zone. He spins it back to Bouchard. He'll play it across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse towards the net. That deflects just wide. Draisaitl can't come up with the rebound. And here comes Barbashev. Into the middle for Mark Stone. He'll dump it in deep. Barbashev hits Bouchard. Comes up with the puck momentarily. And Darnell Nurse gives him a couple cross checks. Vegas centers. Nice job by Perry. He gets that out of trouble, but Draisaitl can't handle the pass. Here's Eichel, centered in front. Oh my goodness, Mark Stone missed an open net. Jeez Louise, how did Stone miss that? I thought that was a tap-in for Vegas. Edmonton struggling to get this puck now. Vegas continuing to cycle into the middle. Nice save by Calvin Pickard, his left pad. And Corey Perry trying to move the puck out of the Oilers zone. He does get it out. And Draisaitl briefly connected against Mark Stone, but he'll go for a change. Calvin Pickard around the boards will find Zach Hyman. Hyman, he gets hit by Riley Smith. Behind his net to Bouchard, over to Klingberg. Klingberg to the Oilers' blue line, and Vegas, they steal that puck in the neutral zone. Already we're seeing Vegas assert their forecheck right now. And let's see if Edmonton can reset. Wallman up the right boards. Hyman tips it behind the Vegas net. Aiden Hill plays it up and around. Puck into the middle of the ice, and here come the Golden Knights with speed. Puck is given to Riley Smith towards the Oilers' goal, stopped up by John Klingberg. Here's Evander Kane now. He'll chip it deep into the Kings' zone. Zach Hyman will forecheck for it behind their net. Hyman and Kane battle for it. Along the boards. Puck still loose. Nobody can come up with possession. Kane tries to center it, comes to Hyman. Plays it to the blue line. Here's Ty Emberson for the Oilers. Towards the net. Doesn't quite make it. Puck deflected. Kulak keeps the play alive. Zach Hyman will come up with it along the near half wall. He plays it down low for Adam Henrique. Here's Trent Frederick off the bench with some speed. He'll play it around to Ty Emberson at the blue line. Emberson across the ice. Here's Kulak towards the goal, and that's stopped by Aiden Hill as both teams have one shot on goal early. That's right, Christy. That's right. We are always slow in the beginning. Oh, man. Yeah, earlier, that first shift of the game, Eichel found Mark Stone open on the back door. Hanifin hits Frederick hard behind the net. 17:42 to play here in the first period. Do I have the timer up on the screen? Yes, I do. Oilers win the faceoff, sent towards the net, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Trent Frederick plays it around. Here's Ty Emberson. He'll wait for it and dump it in deep behind the Vegas net. I heard a notification. I'll get to it on the next whistle. Vegas, they'll come up with the puck. They'll get it to neutral. Brandon Sods loses it to Connor Brown. Connor Brown enters the Vegas zone, who has 4 goals for the Oilers, including the 4th goal for Edmonton the other night. Here's Bouchard towards the goal. That goes wide. Puck bounces around. Took a weird bounce. And Vegas, they're going to skate it out of trouble here. They'll get it in deep. Bouchard's going to chase after it against Brandon Saad. Saad can't come up with it. Here's Darnell Nurse across to Bouchard. Bouchard up the ice. Finds Victor Arvidsson off of his stick. Arvidsson plays it around. Matthias Janmark protects. Reverses for Podkolzin. Podkolzin to Arvidsson. Arvidsson plays it back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse now to Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson keeps the cycle alive for the Oilers. Oilers doing a good job keeping pucks alive right now when it comes to cycling. Arvidsson continues to fight for the puck, putting pressure on the Golden Knights defenders. Puck comes to the neutral zone, and Darnell Nurse, he'll play it back to Podkolzin. Podkolzin dumps it in hard around the net. Adin Hill, he'll leave that for Hanifin, or McNabb, sorry. McNabb into the neutral zone. Podkolzin steals. Oilers will make a change and get their top line out. Here's John Klingberg. He stick handles through the neutral zone. He's supported by Jake Wallman. Oilers reset. Puck comes across the ice. Connor McDavid couldn't handle the initial pass. He kicks it up to his own stick. Here's McDavid, centers it, and Adin Hill is just going to cover that one into his pad area. I don't know how McDavid was able to keep that puck alive, kicking it up to himself, but... Oh, it's Yan. Yan, thank you for re-upping your membership. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, offensive zone draw for the Oilers top line. McDavid, 12 of 13 points in the playoffs have come at even strength. Look at McDavid. Here's Draisaitl. He'll take the faceoff against William Karlsson. Vegas with the puck. Here's Theodore. Theodore up the boards behind the Oilers net. Calvin Pickard plays it around, kept alive by the Golden Knights. Comes to John Klingberg now. John Klingberg. He'll play it up the left side. Edmonton can't come up with it. Draisaitl almost stole it. Here's McNabb. Plays it in deep. McDavid, pressured. Klingberg around. Wallman avoids a check. Comes to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to get the puck up into the middle of the ice to McDavid. He can't come up with it. Vegas continuing to try and find a play here. And here comes Nugent Hopkins. Drops for Evander Kane. Kane with a shot. And that's stopped by Adin Hill easily. Kane didn't get all of that. And Howden, he'll get the puck back through the neutral zone. Brett Kulak for Edmonton will pick up the puck. Here's Kulak. Oh, what a move by Kulak. Stick handles through the neutral zone. Puck in deep into the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Behind the net now. Vegas, they'll move the puck up. Here's Jack Eichel. He stops up. Eichel into the middle. That looked offside. No, Mark Stone. He walks into the Oilers zone. Eichel drops it back. He's hit by Hyman. Nugent Hopkins can't get it out. Puck off of Nugent Hopkins' legs. Vegas can't get a puck towards the goal, but they are working the cycle here. Here's Emberson off of his skate. Oilers trying to come up with it. They have to clear the zone, clear the pressure right now. As Vegas, oh, they're lucky. Puck bounces over on Pietrangelo's skate or stick. Pietrangelo is in the lineup, by the way, for the Golden Knights. Adam Henrique supports behind his net, throws it up the ice, and that's going to miss everybody, and that's going to be icing on Vegas. Yo, David with 5 gifted memberships. David, thank you so much. So Kelsey got one. Hold on. Who all got one here? All right, so David with 5 gifted memberships. Engineer got one. Kelsey got one. Cam, Ralph, and James. If you got a gifted membership, make sure to thank David. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate that. That's amazing. What's up? I'm just him. Puck through the middle of the ice. Here's Trent Frederick now for Edmonton. Trent Frederic trying to cycle it around. Connor Brown chases after it. Bouchard keeps the play alive momentarily. Saad can't keep possession. Puck through behind the Oilers' net. Bouchard, he'll give that puck to Darnell Nurse. Nurse spins away from a check. He'll give it over to Bouchard. Bouchard tries to give it back to Nurse. He's pressured. Bouchard with almost a giveaway in the middle, and then he did give it away. And now Trent Frederic's going to be called for a tripping penalty. And just like in Game 1, an early power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh, boy. Trent Frederic was checked, loses the puck, and his stick gets into the legs of Brandon Saad. And, I mean, yeah, you got to call that one, unfortunately. He looks Saad. Don't be Saad. Brutal. That's a brutal penalty to take early, considering the Oilers have looked pretty decent so far. Like, I feel like their puck management's been good. They haven't had any high-danger looks, but... I agree, Corridor. He tried to play it across to Nurse. It goes off the back of the net, and then he panics and throws the puck up the middle of the ice, which you're not supposed to do in the defensive zone. They teach you that in 5-year-old hockey. They teach you that in novice and peewee. But he throws it up the middle. Trent Frederic can't hang on to it, and then he trips the guy. So exactly, yeah. If Janmark and Connor Brown get any looks shorthanded, Janmark's got to shoot that puck. What's up, Silverio? What do you think the Kings are going to be doing this summer? I know Rob Blake is already out. Do you think whoever they hire to come in and be the GM or president of hockey ops is going to get his own coach as well? You did hear Janmark's name, Erica. It is beer, yeah. It's a Blue Moon Mango Wheat. I like citrusy beers. Of course, drink responsibly, folks. I know people who are not 18 years of age who watch the streams. If you are of age to drink, drink responsibly. I hope not, Arrow. I hope not. And if he does, someone better be ready to drop the gloves with him. Still not happy about it, Gold. Still not happy about it. Well, it depends what province you live in, Fun Guy. Like here in Alberta, it's 18. British Columbia, I think, is 19. Ontario's 19. But most provinces, it's 18. All right, Vegas with the power play. They have the offensive zone face-off. They lose it. Brett Kulak with a hard rim around the boards, and he'll send that all the way down the ice. Good early clear for Edmonton. That'll clear about 20 seconds. Here's Shea Theodore for the Golden Knights. He'll drop it back. Here comes Jack Eichel now. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. Jack Eichel across. Can't get it by Adam Henrique, and he'll shoot that down the ice for the Oilers. Nice job by Henrique. Shea Theodore once again picks the puck up behind his net. Sends it across the ice. Almost picked off by Janmark. The Golden Knights looking to get it into the Oilers zone. Eichel spins back from pressure against Janmark. Plays it to Theodore. Vegas, they don't have an opening. Here's Theodore. He'll dump it hard around behind the Oilers net. Connor Brown reverses to Darnell Nurse. Nurse with a hard rim up the left boards, and he'll get it clear. Vegas so far, with 1:08 left on their power play, has not been able to get set up right now. Oh, yeah, McDavid on the penalty kill right now. That is interesting. Here's Jack Eichel for Vegas. Stick handles around McDavid. Through the middle of the ice, William Karlsson gets by Emberson. Karlsson tries to center it. Zach Hyman can't come up with it. Here's a one-timer stopped by Calvin Pickard, and Zach Hyman will skate it up the middle of the ice. Here's Hyman. He'll go in against Eichel. Hits him. Can't get the puck from him, though. Vegas, move the puck up once again. Here's Jack Eichel. He's been out there for a while, Jack Eichel. He loses the puck to Darnell Nurse. Nurse to Bouchard up the right boards, and that is sent easily down the ice once again by the Oilers. 23 seconds remaining on the power play for the Golden Knights. 12:02 remaining in the first period. Here's William Karlsson. He skates it through the middle. He tries to send it back to the blue line, but that is offside on Vegas with 13 seconds to play on the power play. What's up, Caden? How you doing? Yeah, the timer will come back when it's 5-on-5 again. That's why I try and update the timer or update how much time is left on power plays as much as I can so that you all know what's going on. Face off at the Oilers' blue line. Barbashev wins it, sends it across the ice. Here's Pietrangelo. Dumps it in behind the Oilers' net. Klingberg can't make a play. Comes to Adam Henrique now. Henrique spins away from trouble. He's being checked, and he'll just backhand it. Oh, no. Adam Henrique is going to take a delay of game penalty for shooting the puck over the glass. Oh, my God. Why did Henrique do that, man? He could just shovel it out. Put it to Nugent Hopkins. That's a terrible penalty to take. So the Oilers kill one penalty. They're about to get Frederick out of the box, but Vegas... Yeah, Knobloch's telling Trent Frederick to just go into the zone and penalty kill when he comes out of the ice. 2-man advantage for 1 second. Jeez Louise. Edmonton has to win the faceoff here. Nugent Hopkins off the draw. Linesman's going to do it again. Hurdle for Vegas will take the faceoff. Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton. Vegas wins the faceoff. Here's Eichel. He's going to walk in across the ice. One-timer, and that's blocked, and Trent Frederick can't come up with it. Almost sent Frederick up, but that was a good block by the Oilers. Here's Theodore. Hard around the boards. Edmonton can't grab possession. Janmark and Brown out for the Oilers. Here's Jack Eichel trying to make a play. Sends it to the blue line to Theodore. Here's Eichel. Centered out in front. Oh, what a play. Tic-tac goal. The Vegas Golden Knights on the power play. Victor Olofsson, who I mentioned didn't have a goal yet in the playoffs, scores his first of the postseason for the Golden Knights. 1-0. The Oilers give up a power play goal early in the first, just like they did in Game 1. That is brutal, man. Brutal. Adam Henrique knows better. There's no reason for that. Now the Oilers are once again playing from behind, and there's absolutely nothing Calvin Pickard can do. What a pass by Stone. And, I mean, Pickard tried to get around in time. That is absolutely wild. Vegas with 2 power plays that convert on one of them, and it's 1-0 for the Golden Knights. Oilers are going to have to dig deep and have another comeback once again. All 5 of their wins have been comeback wins, but this is unsustainable. You cannot keep playing from behind. So frustrating. Oh, a weird bounce off the dumping by Edmonton came back to the front of the Vegas net. Here's McDavid, tries to find Bouchard, goes over his stick. Corey Perry around the boards finds Leon Draisaitl. To Corey Perry behind Vegas's net. He'll play it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Corey Perry. Perry over to Draisaitl. Puck comes to the blue line. Draisaitl will keep the play alive to Bouchard. Towards the goal. And McDavid kind of stumbled, and Vegas is just going to skate this out of trouble. Here come the Golden Knights. Theodore dumps it in deep into the Oilers zone to Calvin Pickard. Darnell Nurse for Edmonton finds Corey Perry. Perry tries to throw it into the middle of the ice. Here's Draisaitl, but that's way offside by the Oilers. Just a little mistime there by the top line for Edmonton. What's up, Milanic? Good to see you again. What's up, Andre? Good morning from Germany. Welcome in. All right, 10:33 to play here in the first period. Shots are 3-3. Vegas with an early power play goal by Victor Olofsson, his first goal of the playoffs. Here are the Golden Knights now. They're trying to come up with it. Zach Hyman puts pressure on. Klingberg reverses. Can't get it past center. It'll come to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins once again cut off. Here's Alex Pietrangelo through the middle. Here come the Golden Knights now. They'll dump it in. Brandon Saad will chase after it against John Klingberg. Oh, the puck hit a linesman's skate. Here's Vegas now. Puck in the middle. Here's a shot, and that goes off of his stick and out of play. Luckily, Hyman got a stick on Nicholas Haig's shot there because he was right in the wheelhouse to score. Very similar to the last game. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Melanik. Oh, bye, FC. All right, defensive zone faceoff for the Oilers. Adam Henrique, he's going to take the faceoff. It was his delay of game penalty that allowed Vegas to score that first goal. Henrique loses the draw. Edmonton, though, trying to move it up. They can't. Puck kept alive. It goes around the boards. Matthias Janmark plays it back to Kulak. He'll leave it for Emberson. Emberson off the half wall. Yeah, Arvidsson can't get it out of the zone. Here's a shot towards the Oilers' goal. That goes wide. I don't think Calvin Pickard even saw it at all. Adam Henrique being pressured. Plays it behind his net. Here's Ty Emberson now for the Oilers. High flip. Not deep. It's cut off in the middle of the ice. The Oilers are now, after having a good start to this game, they've given up the first goal, and now they're struggling with just basic puck possession. Victor Arvidsson dumps it into the far corner in the Vegas zone. He'll come up with it as he helps support Bud Colson. Puck comes to Darnell Nurse, and that is just the worst pass I've ever seen by Darnell Nurse. And we're going to have a commercial break because it was offside. That may have been the worst pass I've ever seen. Cringe. Oops. The title of my... I have to put game 2 up there. I'm a bad streamer. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But, you know, if you are someone that, you know, we know the Oilers come back and win games. Every game they've won, they've had to come back and win. So maybe this is on, you know, this is on purpose, right? They had a good start and they're like, you know what? Hold on. We don't want to get the lead, right? We'll take a couple bad penalties. We'll get Vegas on the board, get them feeling good about their game, right? It's all the mind games. They're just letting Vegas feel good. I'm coping, by the way. I'm coping really hard when I say that. Hey, I appreciate that, Jace. Exactly. Trust the process, babes. Slay, girl boss. Yeah, exactly, Ash. You know, the Oilers are they're just getting started. It sucks because Edmonton actually did start off well. Like, their skating was good. They had a couple opportunities, but David, what's going on? Yeah, Chair says hi, of course. If this is on purpose, please change your purpose. Can I crash out? Nah, we're chilling. We're chilling. Reverse psychology. Yep. Now, we can't crash out. We're halfway through the first period. Nobody's crashing out. Listen, if I'm not crashing out, nobody else needs to crash out. We are vibing. The boys are fine. McDavid getting a shift with Draisaitl, and Evander Kane is out there for Edmonton now. Puck along the boards. Draisaitl throws a hit. Bouchard keeps the puck into the Vegas zone, but it goes off his skate and comes out. Here's Bouchard. Dumps it high and deep. Aiden Hill out of his net. He reverses. Puck along the half wall, kept in by Draisaitl. Down low to McDavid. Evander Kane taken down. No call. Connor McDavid. He'll play it back to the blue line. Can't find Darnell Nurse. Picked off by the Golden Knights. Bouchard, he comes up with it into the middle. Nurse through the middle. Draisaitl's hit off the puck. And here comes McDavid now. But once again, Vegas sticks in the lanes, getting the body checks, getting their sticks. The Oilers can't penetrate that defensive structure right now. Vegas just hanging back. Nobody forechecking. They have a 1-goal lead, and Vegas has everybody hanging in the neutral zone. Here's Connor Brown. He's checked off the puck. Vegas will attack on transition, but good job by the Oilers to come up with it. Here's Klingberg to Adam Henrique. Across the ice to Trent Frederick. Frederick hard around the boards. Puck goes over Aiden Hill's stick. Adam Henrique on the forecheck. Puck in the middle. Trent Frederick now holds on towards the goal. Deflects. Oh, and it goes just through the blue paint. Puck comes to Connor Brown now. Trying to send it right out in front. Off the side of the net. Can't come up with it. Vegas doing a good job keeping the Oilers to the outside, but the Oilers, they're getting closer to potentially breaking through here. And no icing. I thought that was icing on Vegas, but they wave it off. Must have went off of an Oilers stick. Edmonton will get a change. Here's Wallman up the middle. Off of Hyman's stick. Aiden Hill plays it to his defender, but he can't make a play. Hyman on the forecheck, trying to get that puck loose. Comes through the neutral zone. Vegas will dump it in deep. Brett Kulak chases after it. Kulak on his backhand. Finds Emberson, but that's stolen by Saad. Here's a shot, and that deflects high and out of play, as there will be a defensive zone draw for the Oilers. Copium tasty. I think it's hard to judge, like, leadership, like, who might be the better leader. But I see all the arguments for either McDavid or Crosby. Obviously, Stanley Cups mean a lot to a lot of people. Here's Emberson. Gets the puck to Evander Kane. Off the glass. Hyman can't come up with it. Vegas. They leave that puck. Oilers will grab it. Here's Kulak. Low event period here. Oilers trying to get it in deep. They haven't been able to get an attacking rhythm since Vegas made it 1-0. Shots have been 3-3 for the last 5 minutes or so. Here's Calvin Pickard out of his crease. Leaves it for Kane. Nugent Hopkins plays it to Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins through the middle of the ice. Enters the zone. Across to Darnell Nurse. Shot towards Aiden Hill. It's loose for a moment, but Aiden Hill closes up that 5-hole. Evander Kane, he's sniffing around the blue paint. He's throwing a bit of shoves now, but Evander Kane's ought to be careful. Don't go to the box for no reason. Yo, Pickleball Pat, $2. Cheering on the Oilers from Ontario. Elbows up. I love it. I love it. It's a Canadian saying. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with elbows up. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton with 6:39 to play. Draisaitl with McDavid and Perry. Now, in Game 1, the Oilers were down 2-0 in the first, and Corey Perry scored a late period goal to cut the lead in half. Let's see if there's more magic for Corey Perry. Well, the Oilers won the draw, but it goes by Darnell Nurse. He's unable to corral it. Nurse behind, into his own zone, leaves it for Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the middle of the ice. He skates in. Draisaitl into the middle. Nurse to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. That goes way wide. Puck up the middle of the ice. Bouchard. Oh, man. Bad pinch by Bouch. It's a 2-on-1 for Vegas. Here's Eichel. Walks in. Into the middle. Shot by the trailer. I don't know who that was. Shea Theodore? Yeah, I don't know. Draisaitl got a piece of that, but that puck did not even hit the net. So Eichel, he played it into the middle. No, Bouchard got his stick on it. I think Bouchard. No, it's Bouchard. So Bouchard made the mistake, but he prevents a shot on net. So Bouchard takes and Bouchard gives. So at least he got back in time to make the play. Defensive zone draw. Edmonton, they have it briefly, but Vegas will come up with it. Here's Kolasar. Back to the point. Pietrangelo keeps the cycle alive for Vegas. Puck around. Olofsson can't make a play. Vegas continues to work the cycle here into the middle. Here's a shot, and that's stopped by Pickard. Puck back to the blue line. Here's Pietrangelo. Down low behind the Oilers' net. Klingberg can't come up with it. Vegas working the boards well. Edmonton, no response at the moment, but they do finally get the puck out of the zone. Oh, and here's a play right through the middle. I don't know if Pickard got a piece of that by Kolasar, but goodness gracious. The Oilers' puck management is abysmal right now. What on earth is that? Ooh, Pickard did get a piece of that Kolasar shot. We're heading to another commercial break. Oilers just don't look good right now. Well, the Oilers have to stop taking penalties, Tristan. The Oilers have to stop taking penalties. Please give more and take less begging. I think we all are. I think we're all begging for Boosh to give a little bit more right now. Average Oilers first period, apparently. Apparently, it's just too much to ask for this team to just get a lead, play well for 60 minutes, be comfortable with the lead. What's up, hey now? Wake up, boys. Yeah, boys got to lock in. Now, playing more, like being in the offensive zone more than the defensive zone, that is good defense to me, in my opinion. Now, there are defensive things that you can do that make you a good defender, like, you know, can you block a shot? Are you good with sticks and lanes? That sort of thing. That's true, Fat Fungi, but you have to remember the Oilers general managers in McDavid's tenure have been Peter Chiarelli, Ken Holland, and now Stan Bowman. I blame the atrocities of general manager hires that have never been able to surround McDavid and Draisaitl with like a good supporting cast. If Henrique had triple-digit IQ, it'd be 0-0. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I agree, Rob. Vegas is absolutely, you know, they're clogging every passing lane imaginable. I'm sure the Oilers are going to make some adjustments, but I hope that they can at least tie the game up before the end of the first. That would be huge. Yeah, I agree, Jay Numba. All right, defensive zone face-off. Adam Henrique, he's kicked out of it. So Connor Brown? No, not Connor Brown. Trent Frederick will come in and take the draw. Shots are 5-5, apparently. I don't know how the Oilers got a fifth shot, but Oilers win the faceoff. Ty Emberson with a high flip down the ice. That's going to be icing. Unforced. Why win the faceoff if you're just going to ice it? I don't get it. I think the Oilers need a Red Bull. A good old-fashioned Red Bull. All right, another offensive zone draw for Vegas. Let's see if the Oilers just ice the puck when they win it again. The Oilers lost the faceoff. Puck to Hanifin, across the ice to McNabb. Puck through the middle, and Connor Brown steals it. Here comes Brown. He'll play it to Brett Kulak, who steps up. He'll dump it into the right corner. And Whitecloud, he takes a hit by Frederick. Adam Henrique keeps the play alive momentarily along the half wall. Puck is sent in deep. Here's Zach Whitecloud on defense for Vegas. He's picked off by Connor Brown. Finds Adam Henrique now. He'll play back to Kulak with a shot that's stopped by Aiden Hill, and the rebound was available. Connor Brown could not find it, but that was a good opportunity. Oilers generating a shot from the point. Bit of traffic in front. That's what you got to do right now. Vegas, though, they bring the puck into the Oilers zone, and they're working the cycle, but Trent Frederick will steal it, and on his backhand, he just sends it all the way down the ice deep behind the Vegas net. Hill leaves it for Shea Theodore. Shea Theodore reverses, waits for his team to make a change. The Oilers put the McDavid line out. Puck through the middle. Here come the Golden Knights. Here's Riley Smith. Stick check by Draisaitl. He can't come up with the puck, but it comes to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard holds onto it. Up the left side to Leon Draisaitl. Here comes Draisaitl for Edmonton to Connor McDavid, right circle. McDavid back to Bouchard on his backhand. He'll play it to Draisaitl, left circle. Draisaitl tried to pass it through some legs, well defended by the Golden Knights. Puck comes to Bouchard to McDavid. He spins through the middle of the ice. Bouchard, wrist shot towards the goal. That's stopped by Aiden Hill. And Vegas, they're going to survive this shift for now and move it up the left wing. Here's William Karlsson. He takes a big hit, and Nurse takes him down. Crowd wanted a call. Oh, puck in the middle. Here's a centering pass. Oh, my God. Vegas had a glorious opportunity to score. Now here's Zach Hyman. Spins to his backhand. Hyman, he's all tied up. Can't get a play going. McDavid loses the puck. Keeps it alive for a second, but it comes to Mark Stone now. Mark Stone into the Oilers zone. Checked by Klingberg, and the Oilers on transition once again. Here's Klingberg. He shoots it towards the goal. That goes way wide. Puck to the blue line to Nugent Hopkins. Oh, man, he had Wallman wide open in the high slot. Didn't pass it. Here's Evander Kane for Edmonton. Puck in his skates. He's trying to get by the ref, trying to send it behind the Vegas net. He does to Zach Hyman. Hyman on his forehand. Centers it in front. Nobody home for the Oilers to come up with it. Puck sent forward to Jack Eichel. Eichel checked briefly by Klingberg. Calvin Pickard out of his crease. Puck up the boards. Oh, Eichel into the middle. Here comes Hanifin. Walks in, shoots, and that's stopped by Pickard. Rebound goes wide. What a play by Pickard. Good stop on Hanifin. Here's Arvidsson for the Oilers to Evander Kane. Tries to find Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But again, Vegas getting sticks in the lanes. They can't come up with it. Here come the Golden Knights now. They'll play it back to the point. Hanifin towards the goal goes nowhere. Vegas trying to keep the puck alive. Nurse can't come up with it. It comes out in front. And it looked like Trent Frederick was briefly hooked there. No call. Oh, and Arvidsson skates over the puck. Vegas will keep this play alive. Here's Pearson. They play it back to the point. Nobody home for the Golden Knights. They were in the middle of a change. 2:04 to play here in the first period. Bit of excitement is happening, but both teams doing a good job. Sticks in lanes, not able to get anything into high danger areas. Darnell Nurse plays it around the boards to Brett Kulak. He's hit momentarily, finds Matthias Janmark. Janmark spins away from pressure. Here's Janmark for Edmonton, behind his own net. He's waiting for some reinforcements here. Here comes Janmark. He drops it for Kulak. Brett Kulak skates it up through the middle of the ice. It comes across to Adam Henrique. He plays it to Connor Brown. Walks in! Off the post! Connor Brown hit the goalpost! Come on, man! Put it to the goal! Here's the middle. Trent Frederick plays it to Bouchard. Bouchard steps it to the right towards the net. Doesn't get a shot off. Trying to send it down low, but he's double-teamed, and he can't get the puck anywhere to a teammate. Here's Olofsson for the Golden Knights. Puck and cross. Oh, and deflected just wide by Brandon Saad. Evan Bouchard now on his backhand. He reverses to Wallman. Wallman's hit by Brandon Saad. The Oilers trying to come up with this puck and get it out. Here's Henrique, high off the glass. Connor Brown will chase after it. Not icing. Oilers will get a change. Connor Brown throws a big hit into Alex Pietrangelo. Here's Leon Draisaitl. He's trying to send it to the middle. Puck bouncing all over the place. Corey Perry loses it for a moment. Here's Klingberg. He's shoved off the puck. Vegas into the middle of the ice. Carlson can't get a shot off. Carlson gets it back. Shoots! And that goes high and wide. Corey Perry now. He's hit hard, but McDavid will try and skate it through. 2-on-1 with Draisaitl. Oh, and he tried to center it, but Vegas gets their sticks in the lanes. Vegas doing a good job preventing the 2-on-1 from ever getting a shot on net. Here's Corey Perry now. He'll play it deep. Draisaitl on his forehand. Sends it to the blue line. Klingberg towards the net. That's blocked in front. Another shot towards the goal. Draisaitl can't get his backhand on goal. And the horn will go, and the Golden Knights will take a 1-0 lead heading to the second period. Jeez Louise. Quite the interesting period, I would say. I do think it's interesting that the Oilers couldn't get a power play that period. It looked like there were some hooks and stuff, but you know what? Not an optimal first period. Obviously, there's lots of time, but we'll see how it goes. Hey, Graham. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you got homework to work on, absolutely get some homework done, folks. We're going to take a look at some of the stats. We're going to take a look at some of the advanced stats as well. And then we are going to open up a couple packs of 2024-25 Series 2 cards. Looking for those rare Outburst Silver Young Guns cards, whatever the heck that means. We already pulled a couple Macklin Celebrini Young Gun rookie cards, so that'd be pretty funny if we did another one. Do the physics, Erica. Do the physics. You know what? We'll do the poll. I'll do a poll. Start a poll. Does... All right, we'll start the poll. And if anyone votes no, I don't know what to tell you. I paid the refs to only penalize the Oilers. What the heck, Chris? Come on, man. Oh, Chris Knobloch. Chris Knobloch says, Erica, do your homework. Hey, listen, if Chris Knobloch is messaging you from the Oilers locker room right now, he means business. I don't think so, Nate. No, sir. I don't agree with that. Hey, no worries. Oilers 98. Welcome back. What's up, Dacky? I hope the Oil can come back tonight, but Vegas appears to have it locked down in front of their net. You lucky sticks. Yeah, a few lucky sticks, but the Oilers have to stay out of the penalty box, too. But Vegas has always been good at stick checking and, getting sticks in lanes. Alrighty, folks, we'll take a look at the stats. Now, Washington, out-of-town scoreboard, defeated Carolina 3-1. Looks like we have it's not even close. We're going to end the poll, 58 votes. Erica is going to have to do some physics homework during the intermission. Of course, Erica, when the game starts up again, you come right back, all right? You come right back. What's up, Ace? This could have been 27-12 if not for Pickard. Yeah, Pickard made some unbelievable saves. I agree, Ace. 100%. Yo, what's up, Danny? Calvin Pickard, he allowed the Oilers to stay in this game, in my opinion. I think Vegas had a couple of the better looks, for sure. What's up, Bubsy? Good to see you again. What an intense last couple of minutes. Damn, let's go Oilers. Absolutely. Glenn, what's going on? First penalty call was BS. It's one of those things. You just got to keep that stick away from a player's feet. Don't give the ref a reason to call an easy penalty, right? I voted no because I'm a contrarian. You know what? That's super valid. Let's take a look at the regular stats here. After one, face-off percentage in favor of the Golden Knights. Power plays, Vegas is 1 for 2 because Adam Henrique decided to, I had a measly $5,000 on the Oilers. Wait, you bet $5,000, Random Aussie? Oh my goodness. I don't even know what I do with that kind of money. The kick to the pantaloons. I agree, Zach. Let's hopefully be able to stay out of the darn penalty box. 100%, Bubsy. 100%. Great to see you again. Always a pleasure. Oilers need to move to get pucks more on net. They have a bit too many extra passes again tonight. I agree. That rush by McDavid and Draisaitl, I would have liked McDavid to shoot that. Draisaitl would have had the rebound. He had shot towards the far pad. But yeah, the two penalties, you had tripping on Frederick and then delay of game because why not? Olofsson scored his first of the playoffs. And then Connor Brown, he did hit the crossbar. That is correct. So we'll see what Money Puck has to say. Who should be in the lead right now? Now, I don't want anyone to, overthink this. But scouting the refs, one of the referees for the game tonight, I believe, is Gord Dwyer. Is that how you say his name? Gord Dwyer. In the playoffs, Vegas is 9-0-1 or 8-0-1 with Gord Dwyer as a referee. So take that as you will. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am not pushing any conspiracies at all. I'm just presenting the information. Gord Dwyer is 9-0-1. Or sorry, the Vegas Golden Knights are 9-0-1 in the playoffs when Gord Dwyer officials. Obviously, I'm having some fun. Obviously, it's just a joke. Exactly. Do your own research, make your own conclusions. You know how it goes, right? Right, Money Puck. So the Oilers apparently had a couple of, according to Money Puck's stats, the Oilers had the better looks. Expected goals in all situations, 1.04 to 0.83 in favor of Edmonton. If we move that to 5-on-5 play, the Oilers have the edge, 1.04 to 0.68. Super small sample size, not even worried about it. But Janmark and Arvidsson sitting at a 0% expected goals percentage. They're going to have to clean up here. If we take a look at the time on ice, who had the least amount? Poor Podkolzin, 137 time on ice. Unacceptable. We need Chris Knobloch to play our boy Vasily Podkolzin. We need him to be Podzilla. We need him to score a Podgolzin for the team tonight, right? Yeah, Connor Brown's wild. Connor Brown is legitimately maybe one of the best players in the whole league. All right, folks, we're opening up a couple of these packs, and then I'm taking a 5-minute break because my stream room, my office that I stream in, I need an AC unit. It is way too warm in here. I have to cool off. Everyone gets to see Chair very soon. All right, first card. Who do we have? We have a Teddy Bluger. 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 Teddy Booger. Here's Harper Jackeye. You got Ryan Graves off of the Pittsburgh Penguins. You've got Garnet Hathaway, former Bruin. Oh, and a Young Guns Adam Fox. That's pretty cool. That looks neat. Hey, Patrick Coach for Utah, Young Guns card. Oh, and we have a Electric City, Rasmus Dahlin. Love to see that if you're a Buffalo fan. Oh, no, we're just going to skip the Florida Panthers. Jeremy Swayman, tough season after holding out for a contract. Nico Sturm for the Sharks. Oh, my goodness, another Florida Panther. We don't want to see any of that. And here's Cole Smith for the for the Nashville Predators. That pack was cursed. That pack was absolutely cursed, all right? All right, next one. Next pack, show you that this pack has never been opened, right? We'll rip it for you. No, Oilers cards rigged. I agree, right? What the heck is that all about? Another Canuck. We got Niels Höglander. I love Niels Höglander. Sam Steele, good young player for Dallas. You got Sean Couturier off the Philadelphia Flyers. Martin Pospisil. There we go. Michael Kesselring, former Oiler, traded in the deal that got Edmonton Nick Bukestad. You got Cale Makar with an Upper Deck portrait. That's a pretty nice card. Young Guns, you have Victor Mancini off of the New York Rangers. I don't know how many games he played. Welcome aboard, Josh Doan. Look at that. An Arizona card. Obviously, he's with Utah, but he played with Arizona. The welcome aboard card. What the heck is that? Hey, Matthias Janmark, let's go. We got an Oiler, huh? If Erica's watching, her husband that she broke up with and then gets back together and then divorces pretty regularly. We have another Vancouver Canuck. We have Tyler Myers. Look at his face. What is this face? What the hell is that? That looks goofy. I don't know why that looks goofy to me. All right, we got Jeremy Lauzon, and then we've got a Vitek Vanacek goaltender, New Jersey Devils. All righty, what did we get? Retro 199. Are the Oilers sending in the Gyms or Shoresy? Got to send in Shoresy. Got to send in Shoresy. All right, so do I open one more pack now or do I open the other three? I have 3 packs left. Do I open one more now or do we do 3 for the second intermission? I'm thinking 3 for the second intermission, but I'll leave it up to you. Cabbage Patch, you had Mark. Mr. NHL says one more. Save them. Split it. Who would you compare Celebrini to? Is he a future superstar or just good? I think he's a future superstar. I don't know who I'd compare him to, though. One more. Austin the Packmaster. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll do 2 for the second intermission. I think that's fair. All right, Bunny just joined, missed one. That's fair. I've already opened the pack. It's too late. Maybe it's good luck. Maybe we'll get the good vibes with this one. One more pack. You got Alexei Toropchenko, St. Louis Blues, Jordan Greenway, Buffalo Sabres. Oh, look at that. Sebastian Aho and Brady Tkachuk. This is a checklist card, obviously, for me to, mark down who I've received from these packs. Oh, no. Thomas Hertl, bad luck. This was bad juju. Bad juju, folks. Get that P.O. box. I do need to get a P.O. box. Austin Matthews. Toronto, are they going to come out on top? Hey, a Macklin Celebrini O-Pee-Chee card. Look at that. That's fun. And you got a Dylan DeMello Upper Deck Canvas card. That's neat. Montreal Canadiens, you got Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki on tour. Very, very fancy card. Jonathan Drouin had a tough playoffs for Colorado. Valerie Nikushkin. And then two more. Jordan Stahl and Andreas Englund for the Kings. Very nice. Mackerel celery. What on earth? Yeah, not like McDavid good, but Macklin Celebrini is going to be a superstar. Yeah, Makar had a tough playoffs. Yep, if you're a Colorado fan, obviously you know that Makar's playoffs was not up to standard. All right, folks, I'm going to give you... Yeah, I don't know why I fumble my words so often. So there's 6 minutes until puck drop for period 2. We're going to leave you with Chair. How does that sound? Except for Lemieux and Connor Brown, of course, right? Oh, he kind of does. Coolistic, he kind of does. Pretty similar. All right, folks, enjoy chair. I'll be back in 5 minutes, all right? Get out of here. We want chair. Yeah, I know you do. Y'all always want chair. Mochi took my chair. Mochi. Listen, I don't think I can stream anymore, guys. Mochi took my chair. Do I move her? I have to try and get her to move with treats. I feel bad. I feel bad. Poor Moch. Right? She just wanted to hang out. But I had to get my chair back. All right, second period started. Here's Eichel. Centers it out in front. Oh, my goodness. Vegas with an early good look, but Nurse skates it out of trouble. Nurse towards the net, and that's going to be stopped by Adin Hill easily. Easily handled by Adin Hill. Welcome back. Welcome back. Were you vehicle? What the hell? Hey, I appreciate that, TVT. Appreciate it. I hope so, Gold. I would like that. All right, offensive zone draw. Draisaitl, he loses it. And McDavid was, I don't know if he fell or was taken down, but Vegas will come up with it, send it deep into the Oilers zone. Calvin Pickard out of his net. That's stolen by Hurdle. Hurdle cycles it around. Wallman up the near boards to Corey Perry. Corey Perry now, he'll leave that for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to Wallman. Wallman skates it up for a second, finds Corey Perry in the middle. And Perry, he's hauled down. No penalty, no tripping call. Looked like Corey Perry was tripped, no call. And Vegas is going to walk in now into the Oilers zone, 3-on-2. They send it towards Calvin Pickard. He makes a save. Puck comes to the blue line now. Here's a shot by Whitecloud, and once again stopped by Pickard. That was weird. I thought Corey Perry was tripped, but I'd have to see the replay to know for sure. Sounds good, Bunny. We'll see you soon. Hey, what's going on, Mickey? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Also, yes, smash the like button, especially if you hope Edmonton can come back and win this one for a sixth straight time. Here's Darnell Nurse off the faceoff, finds Klingberg. Puck to Connor Brown. He'll find Nurse streaking up the middle of the ice. Nurse puts the puck in deep. Trent Frederick chases after it. Puck is loose for a moment. Brown can't come up with it, and here come the Golden Knights. 3-on-3 through the neutral zone. Dumped in by Olofsson. He hits Klingberg into the boards. Vegas into the middle. Here's a shot by Brandon Saad, and that went 20 feet wide. And here's a rebound, another opportunity. It's in his legs, and Pickard had to kick it wide. Vegas with some looks. Here's Whitecloud. Puck bouncing around. And Henrique is just going to put that off the glass to Trent Frederick, who can't quite come up with this puck, and Vegas is going to get it out of trouble. Nice shot by Frederick. He throws a hit. And Vegas, though, that's kind of near their blue line along the half wall. Edmonton can't come up with the puck. It comes back to Whitecloud. He'll find Brandon Saad in the middle of the ice. Dumped around the boards hard by Hurdle. Klingberg against Kolasar. Kolasar loses it. Adam Henrique steals it. Henrique to Darnell Nurse. Nurse to Podkolzin. to Klingberg. Oilers forced to reverse, and Klingberg gives it away. Vegas towards the Oilers' net, doesn't make it. The Golden Knights cycle behind Edmonton's net to the blue line. Here's Pietrangelo towards the goal. That's blocked in front by Darnell Nurse. Podkolzin will skate that out of trouble. He dives to try and get the puck deep, but he can't. Here comes Nicholas Roy. Roy skates it into the Oilers zone, and not sure what's going on here. Penalty on Vegas. Looks like the Oilers are getting a power play here. I didn't see what happened. They're saying a high stick on Nicholas Roy, on Nurse. Didn't see what happened. So the Oilers get a power play opportunity to tie the game. And here's Roy, puck into the... they call it a high stick. I would have... if you're Oilers, you can take that. That's an interesting call. I can't say I totally agree with it, but if Edmonton can take advantage of this power play, absolutely tie this thing up. It was more like roughing than a high stick. Like his glove kind of got into his face, but Oilers will get their top unit out, of course. Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, Perry, and Bouchard. They were 0 for 2 in Game 1, so they have to find a way to break through if they want an opportunity to win this series. They have to get a power play goal. Draisaitl at the faceoff dot. He wins it back to Bouchard. Good start here. Nugent-Hopkins, left circle, down low to Connor McDavid off of his skates. He'll play it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins, back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Connor McDavid towards the goal. That goes wide, and that's going to leave the Vegas zone, and the Oilers are forced to regroup here. Here's Bouchard. He's going to drop it back for Connor McDavid. He'll skate up through the neutral zone with speed. Here comes McDavid. Leaves it for Nugent-Hopkins. He reverses and drops to Bouchard. Bouchard across to Draisaitl at the top of the right circle. Down low to McDavid. Cuts in front. Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. He walks in to the circle. Bouchard with a shot. That's blocked in front. Here's Connor McDavid. Looking to get a play set up. Down low to Corey Perry. Leon Draisaitl. Bouchard winds up, fakes a shot. McDavid in front. Oh, and Perry tried to reverse and center it to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl wasn't there, and Eichel skated out of trouble. Vegas will get a change. Nugent-Hopkins looking to get the puck up the ice, but he'll just leave it for Bouchard. And here's McDavid now. He'll spin off of a check. Skates through some trouble. He reverses, and he can't find Bouchard at the blue line. And Bouchard forced back into the neutral zone. Corey Perry. He'll walk it in. Here's Leon Draisaitl. Down low to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. It looks pretty close to being offside. Here's Bouchard. He'll give it to Nugent-Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard looking for a setup here. Nugent-Hopkins to Draisaitl. He's being checked by 2 Golden Knights. Back to Bouchard at the point. Bouchard to McDavid, right circle. McDavid back to Bouchard. Oilers can't get anything set up right now. That's just perimeter. No shots on goal. Draisaitl to McDavid. Skates in the middle of the ice. McDavid walks around the world. Here's Nugent-Hopkins to Draisaitl with a one-timer. McDavid behind the Vegas net. Comes to Nugent-Hopkins. He can't get a shot off, and Vegas is going to get a 2-on-1, potentially a 3-on-1. They kill the penalty. Here's Raw into the middle. Here's a shot, and that's stopped by Calvin Pickard. Poor shot selection by the Oilers. Poor puck management on the power play. And Vegas, they kill it, and they come down and get a high-danger look. That was a bad power play for the Oilers. Just no clutch factor on that power play right now. Vegas comes down out of the box. There was a good shot by Riley Smith, and Calvin Pickard had to come up clutch to make that save. Adam Henrique, he loses the faceoff. Vegas, they'll cycle it around. Zach Hyman chases after it. Here's Klingberg. He loses it. Oh, man. Here's a turnover. Puck in front to Olofsson. Can't get it towards the goal. Now Evander Kane. He'll skate it up the left wing. Oh, Kane, he fans on the pass, but it comes back to him. Shoots it towards the Vegas net. Doesn't make it. Puck reverse to Evander Kane. Into the middle. Here's Wallman with a shot, and that goes wide. Puck back to the blue line for the Oilers. Oh, and Klingberg tried to keep the play alive. Olofsson almost had a breakaway, but Pickard out of his net, plays it to Wallman, and the Oilers are going to reset here. Here come the Oilers now. Hyman off of his stick. Oilers can't get it in deep. Vegas, they'll dump it in and get a change. Calvin Pickard for Edmonton, leaves it for Jake Wallman. Wallman briefly bobbles it up the right boards. Connor Brown now. He'll dump it far right corner. Matthias Janmark goes in on the forecheck against Whitecloud. The Golden Knights moving the puck through the neutral zone. They've done a good job at keeping Edmonton to the perimeter so far here. Here's Connor Brown across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will flip it in deep and force Trent Frederick to go in and chase. Frederick throws a hit, but Pietrangelo, easy puck recovery for the Golden Knights, and they'll move it up through the neutral zone. Here's Nicholas Roy. He'll high flip behind the Oilers' goal. Brett Kulak struggles to come up with it, but he'll put it off the glass into a safe area. And Vegas, once again, recovering. The Oilers just can't get any attack going right now. No attacking formation at all. They are stingy. Trent Frederick dumps it hard around the boards. Edmonton trying to come up with the puck. Connor Brown loses it in his feet. And the Golden Knights, they're moving the puck up. Into the middle. Jack Eichel, Oilers zone. Far circle. Across to Whitecloud. To the point to Hannafin with a shot. That puck doesn't make it through traffic. Hannafin across. Short side. Puck centered in front. Oh, and that's stopped by Calvin Pickard. Wow, another play into the middle. And geez, Louise Barbashev. 2 high danger looks. And Calvin Pickard has been rock solid so far. Calvin Pickard has been phenomenal in the crease for Edmonton. And the Oilers are really, really struggling right now at getting any kind of attack going. Vegas has been great. Sticks in the lane, bodies into areas where you can't skate through, and clearing up the front of the crease area, keeping Edmonton to the perimeter. And, of course, they've been doing a good job on offense as well. But Calvin Pickard, man. Yeah, we are a comeback story, unfortunately. The Oilers they're struggling pretty hard right now at getting things going. I work in retail, TVT. I love the pickles. Pickles! Calvin Pickles Pickard! Or as I like to call them, Big Dick Picks. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I gotta relax. All right, folks, what do we think? 6 o'clock lager? 6 o'clock lager, folks? I was actually given permission by Dustin Nielsen to showcase this on stream. If you are of age, absolutely. Try one of these. Maybe send a screenshot to Dusty Nielsen. Room temperature ginger ale. The 6 o'clock lager is like a it's like a blonde ale. At the airport and the game is muted. Just found this on YouTube for some game audio while I wait for my flight. Hey, there you go, Darren. Safe travels, of course. Where are you traveling these days? I'm going to sleep. I don't blame you. I'd be going to sleep watching this game too. Have a great night, FC Mobile. Thank you for tuning in as always. But yeah, the 6 o'clock lager, it's a very like light beer. Obviously, it kind of looks a little darker, but no, it's definitely like a light pale beer. I'm in Vegas flying home to Canada. Go Oilers. Love that, Darren. Obviously, again, wishing you the safest of travels. You were at game 1. Well, you have to go to game. You had to be at game 2. You were the good luck charm. Can we stop being a comeback story? I wish. I owe you a goldfish. What does that mean? You think the Oilers could win 16 comeback wins in the Stanley Cup playoffs for glory? No team in the history of the NHL would ever repeat that. All right, folks. Play is alive. Mark Stone, he plays it across to Eichel. Eichel spins off of Evan Bouchard in the Oilers zone. Barbashev trying to keep the cycle alive. In the far corner, Bouchard checked, comes to the blue line. Shot from the point. That deflects onto Pickard. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. And he might have made a second good save. Evan Bouchard hauls a man down, and Evan Bouchard is going to be called for holding. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Power play. Power play for Vegas. And Vegas had a couple opportunities. There was what a save by Pickard. Oh, my God. But Bouchard and, I mean, it's just a puck battle. They're both hanging on to each other, right? Like, it looked like Barbashev and Bouchard were kind of tangled up, and then Barbashev fell. I don't know if I agree with that call, but I don't know, man. I don't think I agree with that. Like, I get calling it, but would they? I don't know. Edmonton, they got to get a kill here. Plain and simple. Puck to the blue line. Theodore to Eichel. Down low, centered in front. One-timer by Smith. Goes wider. By Barbashev. Puck in the middle of the ice. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll backhand it into an open area, and Darnell Nurse with speed. He's going to chase after it against Shea Theodore, but Nurse is going to be forced to skate back into his own zone. Oilers make a change. Puck through the middle. Here's Mark Stone across the ice. Comes back to the blue line. Theodore to Jack Eichel. Far half wall. Across to Olofsson. Theodore gives it back to Eichel. Left circle. Down low. Mark Stone trying to center it off of a skate in front. Here's Mark Stone behind the net. Finds Olofsson. What a save by Calvin Pickard off Olofsson. Eichel tries to center it in front again. And that goes wide. My goodness, what a save by Calvin Pickard on Victor Olofsson. That's twice he's been found in that open area. Olofsson now across to Eichel off of Janmark's stick. Janmark, good job to push the puck out. Oh, and here's Connor Brown. Bit of a break, 1-on-2. Brown waits for reinforcements, and he'll just send it behind the Vegas net. 45 seconds left on the Golden Knights power play. The Golden Knights, Shea Theodore, hard rim. Darnell Nurse behind his own net. Oilers can't come up with it. Vegas, Roy to Hannafin. Down low to Carlson. Back to Hannafin at the blue line. He'll give it to Carlson. It comes down low to Roy. Here's Riley Smith to Roy. Comes to the point. Hannafin to Carlson. Vegas just whipping that puck around. Here's Hannafin at the point. Across. Carlson with a one-timer. His stick absolutely explodes. Puck along the half wall, and the puck deflected out of play. 7 seconds left on the power play for the Golden Knights. Holy smokes. But what a save by Pickard, man. Are you kidding me? Crazy. Olofsson with a one-timer, and what a save by Calvin Pickard. Goodness gracious. Calvin Pickard, man. If the Oilers come back and win this game, Calvin Pickard is the reason why. He has been phenomenal tonight for the Oilers. He has been an absolute rock in that crease. Defensive zone faceoff. Oilers win it. Comes to Pickard. He's going to hang on with 4 seconds left on the Vegas power play. So I love Pickard more than me too. My job earns me way more. Just going to be completely honest. My job earns me way more, TVT. Vegas wins the faceoff. Comes to Theodore with a shot. That deflects off his stick and wide. Oilers have killed the penalty. Shot around the boards by Kulak. Here's Evan Bouchard out of the box. Bouchard to the middle to Darnell Nurse with speed. Nurse with a one-timer, or a slap shot, sorry. That's tipped out of play by Theodore. That's true, Stacy. The fact that Vegas hasn't been able to break through yet, Oilers have an opportunity here. They just need, one shot to tie, 2 shots to get ahead. Let's see what they can do. Hey, I appreciate that, TVT. I'm doing my best. My channel would not be growing without everyone that tunes in. Obviously, even just commenting on a live stream helps. So if you're enjoying the stream, of course, everyone, make sure to hit that like button tonight. It goes a long way. Draisaitl, offensive zone draw. He loses it. Puck comes around McNabb. He'll play it to the left side. Comes to Shea Theodore. Up the middle, deflected in deep. Behind the Oilers net. Oh, Pickard, ballsy play to move the puck up, but Vegas comes up with it. Howden trying to center it. McDavid up the left half wall, but it's stolen by William Karlsson, and Draisaitl off of his stick. That puck goes high and out of play. And we're going to have a commercial break just over the halfway mark of the second period. And the Oilers only have 8 shots on goal, by the way. Not physics, Erica? Unless you finished your physics. Better vibe with no Canucks in the play. Listen, I love rivalries. Like, I want Calgary and Vancouver in the playoffs because, like, it's just, I enjoy the rivalry aspect. Hicks is the new Pope. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say this game is a snooze fest, but obviously the Oilers have been like very limited in what they've been able to accomplish. Agree, Shadowed. Hey, there you go, TVT. There you go. I know a few people who are just like, they're all aboard the Canada train when it comes to whoever wins the Stanley Cup. So now, would I have it in me to cheer for, like, let's say Toronto, depending who they met in the finals? I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Art. Yeah, not many shots on goal for either team. That's obviously, yeah, Arrow. Like, it's still a positive that they were able to take one on the road. I'm just kind of greedy. And I really want the hockey gods to reward my greed. I will sacrifice whatever they need me to sacrifice to do it. Scared for Vegas letting Edmonton hang around. Interesting. When Pickard plays great, the team doesn't. I mean, he's holding things down. This reminds me of Game 4 against the Kings a little bit. What pizza chain do I think has the best pizza? Ooh. I'm kind of a heathen. I like Panago. I know Panago's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they have the best crust. I like how kind of chewy it is. I like soft, chewy, like dough. I'm kind of a weirdo, though. Never cheered for any other Canadian team. All right. Back from commercial break, defensive zone draw. Draisaitl's going to take it for Edmonton. He loses it. Vegas is killing Edmonton on the faceoffs right now. Puck towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Oh, and a rebound in front. And the puck, I don't know if Nurse got a stick in the way or what happened there, but Vegas has had some crazy looks in front. Nurse throws the puck into no man's land. Here's Klingberg, right wing. Draisaitl knocked down. Vegas moves the puck through the neutral zone. Comes to Darnell Nurse. Nurse dumps it in deep. Draisaitl will put pressure on. Oilers can't keep the puck in. And here come the Golden Knights. Here's Howden for Vegas. Trying to move it. Shea Theodore. He's hit by Draisaitl. Comes to McDavid now. Draisaitl can't get the puck into the Vegas zone. And Edmonton really struggling just getting set up in Vegas' zone. McDavid will dump it in now. Draisaitl chases after it. Throws a hit on Shea Theodore. Oilers, nobody home to keep that puck alive. Here's Jake Wallman for Edmonton. He'll play it to Evan Bouchard. The Oilers desperately need someone to step up here. Bouchard finds Podkolzin. Walks into the zone, left wing. Podkolzin, hard rim. Finds Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. Here's a one-timer by Wallman. Scores! Jake Wallman ties the game on a one-time shot. The Oilers' fourth line goes out there. They tie the game up. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. Jake Wallman with the one-timer. It is a tie game. The fourth line, depth scoring. What a goal by Jake Wallman. Wow. Huge goal for Edmonton after the chances Vegas has had. Jake Wallman comes up clutch. Holy. Podkolzin played it hard around. Arvidsson plays it back to Podkolzin behind the net. He centers it to Wallman, and he just steps into one, and he just rifles it. Look at that puck. 95 miles per hour. What a goal by Wallman. Look at Janmark. Look how happy Janmark is. Love that. Depth scoring. Tie game on Jake Wallman's goal. Vegas, they're looking to get that one back. The Oilers have hung around. Calvin Pickard has given them a chance. Depth scoring for Edmonton. Continues to come up clutch. Here's Vegas. Shot from the point. Puck deflects wide of the net. Calvin Pickard had no idea where that puck was. Vegas continuing to keep the play alive. Hurdle. He'll play that down low. Play into the middle. And a Golden Knight took an Oiler down there. No call. Here's Brett Kulak trying to find Frederick. That's stick checked in front. Oh, man, here's an opportunity by Hurdle, and he shoots that wide. What an opportunity for the Golden Knights, and he missed. Here's Pietrangelo. He'll give that puck to Olofsson. Back to Pietrangelo at the point. Pietrangelo can't get it deep, and Adam Henrique keeps that from getting into the Oilers zone. Here's Darnell Nurse now. He'll reverse. And here's Darnell Nurse. He finds Matthias Janmark. Here's Podkolzin. Another shift for the fourth line. Podkolzin with speed. Drops it. Here comes Klingberg. Klingberg, he's checked off the puck. Klingberg looking to make a play. He ties it along the boards. Janmark comes in to support. Janmark giving it to Arvidsson. Here's Wallman from the point. Wallman with a shot. That's blocked in front. Nice job by Podkolzin to keep the puck alive. Here's Arvidsson trying to center it, and it comes to Aiden Hill, and he's forced to hang on. And another good fourth line shift for the Oilers. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Stacy. Get glasses. Poor Erica. Hey. Calm down. Everyone calm down. Oh, that did hit McNabb. That shot by Wallman did hit McNabb. Bubbles. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm all good. I've got manic energy tonight. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Evander Kane's going to take it after Nugent Hopkins was kicked out. 7:03 to play in the second period. I'm just being an idiot. Here's Evander Kane. He steps in. Linesman drops it. Here's Nugent Hopkins to Wallman. Wallman across the ice. He'll find Klingberg towards the net. Deflected in front. Good save by Aiden Hill. Evander Kane. Good deflection in front there. What's up, Mickey? Good to see you again. I agree, Kendra. It was only a matter of time. Yeah, I'd like the big boys to get going here. Why is Janmark on the fourth line? I don't know, but he's doing a real good job down there. I'm okay with this. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll once again take the faceoff for the Oilers. He loses it. Mark Stone skates it up the right wing. Stone can't get it by Wallman. Oilers will send it back through the neutral zone. Wallman picks it up. Wallman pressured by Eichel. Wallman, he backhands it along the boards, but nobody home for the Oilers. Vegas keeps it in, centering it out in front. It's still loose in the crease. Goodness, the Oilers puck management here. Hyman was flying the zone. Not a good play there. And Vegas, they're going to be offside as there's another whistle. 6:30 to play here in the second. I hope so, Stacy. Let's go, Christy. I love that. Love that energy. And yeah, Calvin Pickard right now, he's dialed in. That's huge. Could you imagine TVT? Oh my God. I would probably pass out if that ever happened. Top line out for the Oilers. Draisaitl's going to take the faceoff after McDavid gets kicked out. Here's Draisaitl for Edmonton. He loses it. Vegas with possession. Jay Theodore. A hard rim around. Evan Bouchard's going to stop it up. Nice play to Draisaitl on his backhand. Tries to find Perry. Gets by him. Vegas keeps the puck alive. Nice job, though, by Kulak. Oilers move it through the neutral zone. Here's McDavid. He's going to skate through. He's going to put pressure on Shea Theodore. Theodore up the boards. And Draisaitl keeps it alive for a moment, but Vegas, they'll get it through. Not deep. And Edmonton will dump it in. Here's McNabb. Puck into the middle of the ice. That's going to be icing on Vegas here as the Oilers will have an offensive zone draw with 5:56 to play. Coach Chippy's funny. He's super funny. .556 to play here in the second. Oilers top line stays out. McDavid will take the faceoff against William Karlsson. Against the Cowboy for the Golden Knights. Let's see if McDavid can win this faceoff. McDavid shoots the puck forward behind the Vegas net. Vegas gets it around the boards, kept in by Bouchard. Bouchard behind the Golden Knights net. Shea Theodore will make a play. He's hit by Corey Perry. He's being pressured. The Oilers doing a good job. Bouchard keeps the puck alive for a moment. Here come the Oilers. McDavid can't quite come up with it, and Vegas will send it down the ice. Here's a shot towards Pickard. That goes off of his blocker and behind the net. And Kulak will find Draisaitl. Draisaitl wheels up the middle of the ice. Draisaitl towards Adin Hill off of his stick. And Vegas, they'll move it up the right boards. Here's William Karlsson into the middle. Oh, and here's a breakaway. Vegas walks in. What a save by Pickard. Wow. A breakaway by Tanner Pearson, and Calvin Pickard locks the 5-hole down. Here comes Vasily Podkolzin for Edmonton. He spins away from a check. Puck to the blue line. Towards the net. That doesn't quite make it. What a save by Calvin Pickard. Wow. Puck sent into the Oilers zone deep. John Klingberg. He'll play it up the right boards to Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson finds Podkolzin. 2-on-2 with Janmark. Here's Podkolzin with a shot. He scores! Victor Arvidsson gives the Oilers the lead after Calvin Pickard makes a great breakaway save on Tanner Pearson. Vasily Podkolzin was my player to watch. I said he was due for a goal. Need him to shoot. And the Oilers have a 1-goal lead. Wow. Let's go. Now, Calvin Pickard, he made the initial save on Tanner Pearson on the breakaway. Calvin Pickard with a huge save. Puck comes up the middle of the ice, finds Podkolzin. Podkolzin skates through the middle, and he shoots it right through Adin Hill and gives the Oilers the lead. Wow, what a goal. What did I miss? Oh, TVT, a $50 super chat from TVT. What is happening? TVT, thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed that. I was focused on the play. Goodness gracious. TVT with the $50 super chat. That's unbelievable. Puck is knocked down, and I'm not sure what happened here. There's a whistle. I don't know who went down for Vegas. Brandon Saad fell. Looks like we're going to have a commercial break. Yo, TVT, holy smokes. $50 super chat. Are you kidding me right now? No more, my friend. No more. You're cut off. You're absolutely cut off right now. Thank you so much. I truly do appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed it in the moment. I would love to extend Podkolzin. Is that 2 goals for the fourth line? Yes, it is. It sure is. Oilers depth once again showing up. Ooh, I could go for some nachos right now. TVT, obviously, thank you. Everyone that's in the chat right now, send some love to TVT. That is unbelievable. Thank you. That's true, Russian Egg. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Calvin Pickard is the guy. They're playing him all playoffs long, my friend. Yeah, absolutely, Kurt. Absolutely. Flip the whole game on Vegas. Yep. And, yeah, Calvin Pickard, he's the reason why Edmonton has been able to get back into their attacking rhythm. And that fourth line for the Oilers, I said it after the first period. I was saying they need to play Podkolzin more. He played under 2 minutes in the first period. Like, what on earth is that? Fake glasses? Who had fake glasses? Me? Yeah, I agree. Adin Hill has to save that. But if you're the Oilers, man, you got to throw everything on net now. Vegas played with their food too long. Oh, maybe, Swoosh. We'll have to see. That's right, Elizabeth. That's right. I saw Chair at the bar. Chair turned me down. Well, this chair would never turn you down, I promise. This chair loves all of you. Connor McWho. All right, make sure you smash the like button for TVT, who sent in a $50 super chat. Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Pod's so silly. All right, defensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. Shots are 14-12 in favor of the Golden Knights. I feel like Vegas has had the better looks, but the Oilers have found a couple of goals here in the second period. They have a 1-goal lead now with 4:25 to play. Evander Kane is going to take the faceoff for Edmonton after Nugent Hopkins was kicked out of the draw. Kane wins it. There you go. Jake Wallman sends it to the middle. Hyman can't come up with it, but Nugent Hopkins follows up. Nugent Hopkins towards the goal. Oh, and Evander Kane, he runs into Aiden Hill for a moment, and now there's a pileup. Evander Kane is being, of course, Vegas, they're going to protect their goaltender. I don't know, Kamal. The AI summary is just embarrassing sometimes. Makes no sense. AI is cooking. Yeah, they're cooking rotten, stale food is what they're cooking. Yeah, Kane tried to protect himself. He obviously didn't mean to run into... He obviously didn't mean to run into Aiden Hill, but... What's up, Rick? Greetings from Vancouver Island. Great to see your call for the Oilers to watch coming up big in the second period. Hey, Rick, good to see you. Amazing. Love that. All right, 4-on-4, folks. 4-on-4. Let's see if the Oilers can maybe take advantage of the open ice here. Bruce Cassidy looks frustrated behind the Vegas bench. Yeah, that's true, Chris. All right, 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. .416 to play in the second period. Oilers with a 2-1 lead off of goals by Jake Wallman and Vasily Podkolzin. Podkolzin has an assist on Wallman's goal as well. That's 2 points for Vasily Podkolzin. And I believe 2 points for Victor Arvidsson as well. I think Arvidsson has assisted on both goals too. Vegas wins the faceoff. Here's McNabb. He'll play it up the left wing. Vegas with speed. Here's Eichel trying to get by Bouchard. Eichel spins away behind the Oilers' goal. And Jack Eichel, man, what a centering pass to Karlsson just out of his reach. I was going to say, Jack Eichel is so good at puck protection. He's so good at puck possession. Jack Eichel's one of the best in the league. Here's Brett Kulak now for Edmonton. He'll enter the Vegas zone. He'll drop it back for Bouchard. Bouchard to Connor McDavid. He'll give it to Draisaitl. At the blue line here, here's Draisaitl looking to get something going. The crowd is chanting, "Ref, you suck," for some reason. Here's Draisaitl across the ice to Kulak. He'll give it to McDavid. Spins away from a check. McDavid looking to find Draisaitl. Draisaitl now, right circle. He almost loses the puck. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll play it into the middle to Kulak. Kulak, he hangs onto the puck. He loses it, but he puts it down low. Here's McDavid now for Edmonton. Behind the net, walks out in front. Here's a play to Darnell Nurse. He finds Bouchard with a one-timer. That's blocked by Shea Theodore. Oilers with a ton of ozone time. Here's Connor McDavid again. Walks into Draisaitl. He tried to flip it over Aiden Hill's shoulder. Here's Draisaitl, gives it to McDavid. Spins away from a check, but that's stolen. And here come the Golden Knights. Oh, nice job by Draisaitl. He steals it. Walks in. And Draisaitl lost it, but McDavid, he steals it. Here's Nurse. Walks in, shoots. Scores! Darnell Nurse gives the Oilers a 3-1 lead. A shot from distance beats Aiden Hill. Darnell Nurse! Let's go! The Oilers' top line was gassed. Darnell Nurse with his second goal of the postseason. Draisaitl walked in. He lost it. And then McNabb, he loses it. Comes to Nugent Hopkins. Nurse walks in, and he beats Aiden Hill. Blocker side. Aiden Hill looks really awkward with that blocker. He looked like he kind of waved at it. Is Adin Hill injured? I don't know why Adin Hill is moving like that. Goodness gracious. I mean, the Oilers are up 3-1. We'll take it. Darnell Nurse. Here's Nurse. Walks in again. Shoots. And Adin Hill. I mean, he has to make the save there. If Nurse had scored 2 goals in a row, I probably would have shit my pants and had to end the live stream. Not even kidding. What an adjustment the Oilers have made. Since the Oilers scored that first, I'm soaking wet right now. Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, my heart rate will do that, TVT. Here's Pietrangelo. He'll send it up the half wall. Jack Eichel's knocked down by Nurse. Kept in by Hyman. Oilers steal the puck in the offensive zone. Hyman, he loses it. Puck comes around. Here's Hanifin for the Golden Knights. To Jack Eichel. Eichel skates it up. Here's William Karlsson. He'll drop it to Hanifin, to Karlsson. Karlsson across to Eichel. Eichel looking for a play in the middle. Nice job by Nugent Hopkins. He steals. The Oilers will just flip that high deep into the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Not icing. Pietrangelo. Oh, man. Pietrangelo takes a hard hit by Evander Kane. Here's Jack Eichel for the Golden Knights. Oilers zone. Right circle. Shoots. Oh, and a deflection by William Karlsson. Might have been a high stick. Is that a high stick? William Karlsson had his stick pretty high. Let's see. Let's see. It's a 3-2 game for now, but we'll see if that was a high stick. That might have been a high stick. Carl, I saw his, that's why I didn't really react. Oh, I don't know. That's close. That's close. Is this over the... No, not a high stick. That's a goal. That's a goal. That's a good goal. So Vegas gets one back. Vegas gets one back. 3-2 game here. Eichel throws it towards the net. Yeah, that's a great tip by William Karlsson. Wow. What a tip. What a tip by William Karlsson as Vegas. They get one back right away. 1-goal game. Now, the Oilers are still in the driver's seat, but they can't give up another one. You got to get to the third period with the lead here. You cannot give up another one. Face-off comes back to Adin Hill. He'll play it to Pietrangelo. Stolen by Podkolzin. Podkolzin behind the net. He'll play it to the blue line to Kulak. Kulak towards the goal. That's stopped by Adin Hill. And then Janmark's knocked down in front. They're bullying Janmark. Don't bully Janmark. That's sad. We don't want to bully Janmark. I would have never bullied Janmark. What a wrister. Good save by Hill on Kulak. Let's see what the Oilers go with here. Do they go with their top line? They do. Offensive zone draw, 1:38 to play here in the second. Maybe the Oilers' top line can get another one, right? Maybe they can get another one here. That would be pretty cool. Here's Draisaitl, wins the faceoff to McDavid. Here's Darnell Nurse towards the net. He shoots, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Once again, good saves by Hill. He did, yep. Yeah, Janmark did play for Vegas. No, we'll be nice to Janmark. Let's be nice to Janmark. Yeah, completely unstoppable. There is literally nothing Pickard could do on that goal by William Karlsson. Just a perfect tip. The hand-eye coordination to get that tip off is unbelievable. Another offensive zone draw for Edmonton. 1:33 to play here in the second period. Draisaitl's mad at the linesman. He's having a long chat there. Linesman telling Draisaitl, hey, shut up. Put your stick down. Here's McNabb. He'll play it up the left boards. Why? Connor Brown's out there with the top line for Edmonton. Interesting. Here come the Golden Knights. Oh, Barbashev through the middle of the ice on his own. Rebound in front. Oh, my goodness gracious. Barbashev had a partial breakaway, and he missed the net. He didn't get a shot on the net. Here's McDavid now trying to come up with it. McDavid loses it in Vegas. This game is opening up. McDavid on the back check steals the puck back for the Oilers. He'll reverse behind his own net. Gives it to Jake Wallman. Here's Wallman for Edmonton. Skates through the middle. He's looking for a play up the boards. Deflected in deep. Victor Arvidsson chases after it. Oh, man, and Theodore fell. Puck comes to Adin Hill. He plays it back to McNabb. Here comes Kolesar for the Golden Knights. Kolesar, he's pressured, throws it behind the Oilers' goal. Darnell Nurse is going to be pressured as well, trying to move it. Here's Podkolzin. Podkolzin off the boards, off of Arvidsson's glove, and that's kept in. And glove pass by Vegas, I guess. Glove pass by Vegas. We need Ekholm back desperately. We'll see when he comes back. I don't know when he's supposed to come back, but obviously him in the lineup would be very, very positive. But defensively, the Oilers have been okay. But, man, Vegas has had some looks. They've had some partial breakaways. They've had a couple real breakaways. They got to hang back and not let Vegas attack with speed. Being attacked off the rush is Edmonton's kryptonite. Face-off won by the Golden Knights comes through the neutral zone. Here's Whitecloud. He'll play it up the right boards. Dumped in deep. Here's Kulak for Edmonton to Nurse. He'll flip it forward. Evander Kane can't come up with the puck. Here's Nicholas Roy. 13 seconds to play in the period. Sent behind the Oilers' goal. Kulak against Kolesar. Does a good job pinning him against the boards. Puck comes to Roy. Roy with 3 seconds left. Here's Whitecloud across the ice. Here's a shot from Hanifin. Stopped by Pickard. What a save. Wow, at the end of the period. And we got more rough stuff, folks. More rough stuff. The Oilers will head to the third period with a 1-goal lead off of the effort of Calvin Pickard, but also the depth scoring for Edmonton. You had goals from Jake Wallman, Vasily Podkolzin, and Darnell Nurse. Gonna need Milo Razapam for the third period. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got Milo Razapam hanging out up here as well. But because I've had a couple beers, I actually can't take it tonight. So hopefully the beer will keep me calm. What a period for Edmonton, eh? Jeez Louise. Now, Vegas, obviously, the start of that period, they had a power play. They had the good early looks. But once Edmonton got that first goal, I really did feel like Edmonton had the better chances. Vegas, they came back when they went down 3-1. Credit to the Golden Knights. They absolutely pushed there late in the second period. But Calvin Pickard making big saves. Yo, what's up, DH? What's going on? What's up, Milan? Kulak's the go. I love Kulak. Good period. Goal for 2 in the third period will be fine. Time for McDavid to step up more. Yeah, the Oilers' top line. Listen, I love the depth right now for Edmonton, but the top line does have to get going here. If you're going to load up the top line, they got to find a way to score too. Nah, you got to do physics, Erica. Come on. Come on now. Come on. We need the good luck. But if we take a look at the deserve to win-o-meter, folks, oh boy, Calvin Pickard must be stealing this one for Edmonton. Vegas with a ton of looks, and they had a ton of looks that period. The Oilers scored, I mean, all of their goals were from distance. Wallman's goal went off of McNabb's foot. Darnell Nurse's shot was from distance, and Podkolzin's shot was also from distance. Wallman from Podkolzin and Arvidsson. Podkolzin from Arvidsson and Klingberg, and then Nurse from Nugent Hopkins. And then Vegas, they get one back at the end of the period. All situations, Vegas leads in the expected goals. If we break it at 5-on-5, Vegas also with the better opportunities. Calvin Pickard is the reason why Edmonton is winning this hockey game right now. And if you take a look, McDavid and Draisaitl are having a terrible night when it comes to the line matching. They have not been able to get any good looks on Adin Hill. They've been stonewalled. But happy that Podkolzin and Arvidsson are getting some more shifts. Of course, Podkolzin's only played 440. Not enough. Not enough, in my opinion. They got to play these guys more. You got to play them more. And if I'm Knobloch, I may consider splitting McDavid and Draisaitl. I know the rest of the lineup is pulling their weight, and you don't want to split things up too much. What's going on, Jason? What's going on? Pickard is nuts, says Putter. I agree. What's up, Brad? Leon and Connor look terrible tonight. Where is regular season Leon? Where is 2023 McDavid? Got to give credit to Vegas. They are checking very well against that line. I don't think Perry's hurt. He's just, they limit his ice time as the game progresses, in my opinion. I'm doing very well, Jason. Thank you for asking. You think Skinner isn't the starting goalie next year? Skinner will not be the starting goaltender next year. I'm sticking. So game 2 against the Kings, for those of you who might be new to the channel or tuning in for the first time, or maybe didn't watch my game 2 post-game fan reaction, I had a major crash out. And I said Stuart Skinner would never play another game for the Edmonton Oilers as the starter. I stick by that. I really don't think Stuart Skinner is going to play another game for Edmonton unless he comes in relief. I don't think he's going to be the starter. I think they're going to look to upgrade him in the offseason. But we'll go to the game center. We'll take a look at some of the other stats here. Shots in that period were 11-10 in favor of Edmonton, but Vegas did get the better opportunities, in my opinion. If we look at Calvin Pickard's advanced stats, 0.66 goals saved above expected. He is doing his job right now. He's doing his job. Sounds good, Erica. You got this. From a Kings fan, I can't stand you guys, but I respect the game. Nice content. Hey, Dodge, I appreciate that. And to all Kings fans who might be tuning in, by the way, Kings fans were absolutely amazing during that first round. Of course, losing to the same team 4 years in a row, I would probably rage and never want to tune into anyone from the opposition. But I have a massive respect for Kings fans. You've been great on Twitter. You've been great on Blue Sky. You've been great on YouTube. Thank you for being amazing. I really do hope the Kings turn their fortunes around. We'll see if they kind of address a potential retooling, and hopefully they don't play Edmonton anymore in the playoffs, because obviously, at some point they're going to beat Edmonton, right? Like, at some point you slay the dragon. Crash out was iconic. Gave me 2023 vibes when they lost to the Sharks, right? Anyone still unsure as to Draisaitl playing injured? He's probably playing injured. Yeah. I don't think he's 100%, but yeah, exactly, Chris. So we'll take a look at the edge visualizer for Podkolzin's goal. For all 3 Oilers goals, I will open 2 packs of cards on stream. This is what I have left, and then I'll take a 5-minute break. Podkolzin, he just walked in and he just shot it right through. He just shot it right through Aiden Hill. I forgot about Jake Wallman's goal. We'll watch his first, and then we'll break it down. So Podkolzin, he sends the puck hard around the boards. Arvidsson does a good job. Now, most players, right, if this was Arvidsson, or if this was another play on Edmonton, Arvidsson has the puck. A lot of players would maybe play this back to Bouchard. They might try and find someone in the middle. They might throw it towards the net. Arvidsson does a good job. He recognizes that nobody is covering Podkolzin. Look at the entire far side of the ice. There is nobody covering this side of the ice for Vegas. Arvidsson plays it to Podkolzin. He quickly moves it to Wallman. Wallman with an absolute bomb. I do believe it went off of McNabb's leg, but obviously, we take those here in oil country. Sometimes you got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. And then, of course, the Oilers, when Podkolzin scored, Arvidsson played the puck to Podkolzin, and then he moves it into the middle of the ice. And, this is a shot from distance, right? If there's a shot coming from, this is where he released the puck. He is 40 feet out, 35, 40 feet out. Aiden Hill's got to make the save, right? Honestly, if I'm gonna pick apart Edmonton's goaltending, this is a shot Aiden Hill has to save. What's up, Burrito? I feel like we're gonna trade Skinner and he'll suddenly just be better like our other goaltenders. That is probably going to happen. I appreciate that, David. This place is for hockey fans. Smash the like button if you have not yet already. Smash the like button, folks. Go Oilers from Sherwood Park, says Mayland. Hey, I appreciate that. Brown jersey. I gotta get a brown jersey, right? But Podkolzin's goal, great goal for Podkolzin. Then Darnell Nurse during the 4-on-4 for Edmonton. The Oilers' top guns. McDavid goes for a change. Draisaitl loses it. McNabb can't get it deep. Comes to Nugent Hopkins. There are 3 Vegas Golden Knights caught on the left side of the ice. Puck comes into the middle, and look at basically the exact same spot that Podkolzin scored from. He's 40 feet out, and he goes blocker side on Aiden Hill. Maybe just shoot the puck from distance and you're going to beat Aiden Hill. That's a very interesting situation. So we'll see if the Oilers can continue that. And then William Karlsson's goal, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that Calvin Pickard could do as a perfect tip in front. And if we take a look at the power plays, Vegas 1 for 3, Edmonton 0 for 1. Maybe Edmonton gets another power play. I don't know. Simple hockey, third period, dump and bang. I like that. B-Mac-T. I like it. Kevin Weeks called Pickard Picky Minaj on the ESPN. What the heck? Picky Minaj? I love that. What on earth is that all about? That's hilarious. Goodness gracious. Kevin Weeks is hilarious. All right, folks. We're going to open 2 more packs of the Series 2 cards, the set for Upper Deck. Picky Minaj, my next gamer tag, right? That's hilarious. My God. Let's see what we pull here. Oh, we're ripping open this pack. Appreciate that, Bubsy. What are your thoughts and feelings about pucks? Wait, what are your thoughts and feelings about pucks? Pucks or picks? What's up, Sergio? Welcome in. How are you? Welcome back, I should say. All right, first pack here. Only one pack after this one. Brandon Tanev with Seattle. He was traded to Winnipeg, of course. That's where he's at now. Lucas Reichel on the Chicago Blackhawks. Hey, look at Nugent Hopkins. Look at his little pirate mustache. Look at that. That must have been from the playoffs last year. Unbelievable look for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Nuge. Love to see that. And then you got Jacob Middleton. Yikes. Look at that mustache. Look at that mug. Oh, my goodness. Imagine seeing that in an alley. That's scary. And then you got Cutter Gauthier for the Anaheim Ducks. You've got a Connor Bedard Electric City. It's a pretty cool card. Connor Bedard. Tough year for Bedard. We'll see if he can come back. Logan Stankoven. He is on the Carolina Hurricanes now. On the Carolina Hurricanes. Ooh la la, Jordan Binnington. Look at Jordan Binnington. St. Louis almost defeated the President's Trophy winners in the first round, but they blew it. They choked. Eric Howla. There's a lot of sideways cards here. Trevor Lewis on the Kings. And then you got Thomas Chabot. And, of course, you got a Jake Allen. So we did pull a Nuge. That's pretty cool. We pulled a Nuge. And we've pulled a Matthias Janmark so far tonight. Those are the only two Oilers we pulled. I'd like to get one more Oiler for good luck. Maybe one of the big guns. Maybe we'll get a McDavid. Maybe we'll get a Draisaitl. Maybe we'll get a Hyman. What do y'all think? Let's see what we get. Alrighty. Taylor Hall, who was no longer on Chicago, was traded to Carolina. He's on the Hurricanes now. Hey, Andre Miller, great player for the Rangers. Hampus Lindholm did not play at all for it. What is up with his face? Why does it look like that? It looks fake. What on earth? Jack Hughes for the Devils. Vladislav Gavrikov for the Kings. You have Upper Deck canvas. Brandon Hagel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Bang for your puck. Tom Wilson. Career year for Tom Wilson. Electric City for Elias Pettersson. Did not have an electric season for the Canucks. You've got Owen Power on D. You've got Justin. Who the hell is that? Justin Sorda? I don't know who that is. Sorry, Panthers fans, if there's any in here. I don't know who that is. Mikey Anderson, Boo, and Pontus Holmberg. Love to see that. Those were the last two packs, unfortunately. So we only pulled two Oilers tonight. We had one Nugent Hopkins and one Matthias Janmark. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and let y'all hang out with Chair. I know how excited you all are to hang out with Chair, right? So you all get Chair for the next few minutes here while I go and just take a quick breather, get my voice ready to handle the third period. It's going to be a good third. I'm excited. The Oilers have a 1-goal lead. Huge opportunity to shut things down and go up 2-0. That would be absolutely massive. But there's 20 minutes to play. A lot of time here. Let's see what they got in the tank. Leave. Go on. Yeah, everyone wants me to leave. Fine then. I know you all hate me. Whatever, man. You know what? Sorry. Sometimes I overreact, you know. I just get scared that, you know, you're all going to hate me one day. We'll see you soon. Enjoy Chair. Not late. Not late. We're 10 seconds into the third period here, folks. The Oilers looking to just bring this one home. They have Connor Brown on the top line for some reason. Not sure if that's what we should be doing, but here's Bouchard to Connor Brown. Brown will flip the puck in deep. Leon Draisaitl, he backhands it around. Connor McDavid will pick it up. He loses it. Vegas trying to move it up. It's at the blue line, and here come the Golden Knights. 4-on-2. Puck through the middle. Here's Theodore off of his stick, and that goes wide of the net. Bouchard can't make a play. Comes to Barbashev. Centers it in front, and oh, man, Eichel had his shot blocked by Draisaitl. Goodness gracious. And here's a centering pass by Barbashev. Unable to get a stick on it. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Here's Kulak now up the left boards. It took a weird hop off the stanchion, and the Oilers are going to get the puck out of the zone. That was sketchy, folks. Here's Pietrangelo. He'll give that to Hurdle. Hurdle across the ice. The Oilers looking to close things out here. Up by a goal. 18:40 to play in the third. Shots are 17-16 Edmonton, but Vegas has had the better looks. Puck centered out in front by the Golden Knights, cut off by Nurse. Behind the Oilers' goal. Centered once again, but a good job by Edmonton getting sticks in lanes. Vegas towards the goal. That's stopped by Calvin Pickard. And the puck will come into the neutral zone. Evander Kane can't come up with it. Nugent Hopkins throws up a check on Carlson. Evander Kane moves the puck into the Vegas zone. Here's Kane. Finds Nugent Hopkins to Hyman. To Kane in front, and he scores! Evander Kane gives the Oilers a 2-goal lead early in the third. Great play by Zach Hyman and Nugent Hopkins to keep that puck alive. Aiden Hill, he looks frustrated, but this is a battle to get this puck into the scoring area for Edmonton. Holy smokes! This puck at the Vegas blue line. Zach Hyman, stick lifts. Kane gets it to Nuge, to Hyman, back to Kane. Off of Aiden Hill. He gets most of it, but it goes through behind the goal line. What a play by this line. Oh, it was Pietrangelo off his stick. Crazy. That puck was bouncing around, but that went off of Pietrangelo, off of Hill's stick, and then in. That's crazy. But the Oilers now have a 2-goal lead in the third period. You got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. Vegas looking to answer. Here come the Golden Knights at the blue line. White Cloud, shot, doesn't make it through. And here's Arvidsson now. He'll send it deep to Janmark. Janmark behind the Vegas net. Podkolzin, he checks for it, but Vegas comes up with it. Checked by the Oilers behind the net. And here's Noah Hannafin. Hannafin, he'll send the puck up the right wing. Here come the Golden Knights now. Kolasar. He'll put it behind the Oilers. Oh, man, John Klingberg's stick was affected by the Thanos snap. It just disintegrates in his hand for no reason. And Vegas is going to keep this puck alive. Here's Kolasar. He reverses on Kulak. Into the middle. Here's a shot, and that's a good save by Calvin Pickard. What on earth happened to John Klingberg's stick? I don't know why that happened. Absolutely. Evander Kane has been massive in the playoffs so far for Edmonton. Oh, I'm not surprised. Downtown Edmonton is wild during game days. I don't know where Henrique is. Maybe they've shortened the bench. I miss Chair. Well, you can kind of see Chair. All right, here we go. Offensive zone face-off for the Golden Knights. Just ignore everything that I just did. Eichel wins it back to the blue line. Theodore towards the goal, and that's stopped by Pickard. Handles it easily. I think Pickard is just good. Did you imagine, Fungi? All right, other offensive zone face-off for Vegas. They win it. Puck to the point. Here's McNabb. Cycles it to Eichel. Across to Barbashev. Oh, man, and Barbashev trying to find Mark Stone. That was kicked aside by Pickard. Nugent Hopkins loses it to Eichel, but he gets it back. Nugent Hopkins off the glass, sends it to the neutral zone. McNabb on his backhand, gives it to Shea Theodore. He'll find Barbashev, poked by Hyman. Vegas can't get their play going here. Here's Eichel, walks in to Barbashev off of a skate. And Kulak will move the puck up to Evander Kane off of the boards. And Zach Hyman's going to chase after this now. Hyman looking to make a play. Someone's got a potty mouth on the ice yelling at the refs. Calm down now. Calm down. Not that serious. Here's Shea Theodore up the middle of the ice. Brought in by Vegas. Here's Howden trying to move the puck up to Smith, but McDavid comes up with it. McDavid, he's being all tied up. Can't come up with it. Might have been able to call a hook there, but Vegas, they don't care. They're going to bring it right back in. Here's Howden, backhand on Pickard. And once again, Calvin Pickard with another save. I'm in front of you now? I don't know how that happened. That's wild. True, yeah. That's why I don't judge goaltending super harshly. Because I've never played. It's the only position that I've never played in hockey. I've played defense, center, wing, never played goalie. It's probably the hardest position to play. Here's Wallman, high flip to the neutral zone. Connor McDavid picks it up with speed. Here's McDavid towards the net. That goes off of his stick. And here's Hyman, and oh man, White Cloud is high stick. Vegas is going to get another power play here. Because why not? Why not? Why not give Vegas another power play? 4 power plays to 1 in this game. Also, I'll be right back. I forgot something. All right, I'm back. I forgot my my drink. But McDavid gets a penalty for high sticking. I don't know, man. Well, Vegas, they get another power play. The Oilers can't seem to buy a power play, but Vegas seems to buy a few. Not sure what that's all about, but this is fine. Edmonton can kill this off. Puck comes to the blue line. Here's Theodore. He'll find Jack Eichel, left circle, down low. To Mark Stone, he'll play it back to Eichel. Jack Eichel now with the puck, looking to make a play. He's on the near circle. Down low, across the ice, and there's a one-timer by Olofsson, and Vegas makes Edmonton pay. It's a 1-goal game. They're right back in it, man. That's Olofsson's second goal of the night. That's a tough one to stop, but stay out of the box, man. And Eichel was looking. They were looking for the one-timer the whole time. Absolutely nobody on that penalty kill realized where Olofsson is. They're Eichel has telegraphed that. Look at him. He wants that pass the whole time. Of course, and Vegas, like I said, 4 power plays for Vegas, 1 power play for Edmonton. Just like the series against the Kings where the Oilers had half the power plays that the Kings had. It's a 1-goal game now, 15:28 to play. All right. Oilers have to bounce back here. They got to have an answer. Here's Klingberg now. He's hit off the puck. Vegas getting in on the forecheck. It's a 1-goal game. Here's Klingberg. He'll find Arvidsson. It comes to the blue line. Here's a shot by White Cloud. That goes high and wide. Kolasar for the Golden Knights. They'll center it out in front. Blue line. White Cloud in front. Looking for a deflection. Doesn't hit the intended target. The Oilers struggling to come up with the puck. Here's Nicholas Roy. He's protecting it against Nurse. Nurse off of his stick. Comes to Podkolzin to Matthias Janmark. And Janmark, he'll just send that towards Adin Hill. And Adin Hill's just going to hang on to that one. And Vegas is going after Arvidsson and Janmark. Man, there are 2 Vegas Golden Knights on Janmark. I would absolutely be calling one roughing call on the Golden Knights, but Brown needs a goal. That would be nice. We need the Oilers' top line to get going. We need McDavid and Draisaitl to put this game away. Vegas is hanging around a little too much. The Oilers' discipline has not been where it needs to be. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if Edmonton's top line can do something. They have been quiet tonight. Here's Draisaitl with McDavid and Perry. 14:45 to play in the third. 1-goal game here. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. Draisaitl loses it. Vegas has had the advantage on the faceoff dot all game long. Draisaitl down low to McDavid. Behind the net, here's McDavid. Brings it out to the blue line. Here's Draisaitl with a one-timer, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Good shot. Good shot there by Draisaitl. I like that. You take those. McDavid is washed? Absolutely not. Another offensive zone draw for the Oilers. They still have their top line out here. Let's see if they can do something with it. 14:33 to play in the third. I don't know if you can see it on the camera right now, but Mochi's eating some food behind me. Emberson's doing his best. All right, McDavid comes in to take the face-off here against William Karlsson. Vegas wins it. McDavid comes up with it, though. Here's McDavid behind the Vegas net. Centers it out in front. Doesn't hit the intended target. Here's Bouchard with a shot. Puck deflects in front of the crease. And Vegas, they'll just send it high and down the ice. Jake Wallman, not icing, on his backhand. Plays it to Bouchard. Bouchard loses it over his stick. Comes to Karlsson. Karlsson trying to send it across. Comes to Draisaitl. The Oilers have numbers. 3-on-2. Here's Draisaitl to Corey Perry. Perry to Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to center it out in front. Where is it? Is it loose? It's not in the net. Well, and Draisaitl is hit hard, and that's a penalty. You've got to call that, right? I was going to say, that's cross-checking. Corey Perry was hit very, very hard there. That absolutely had to be called. I thought it was Draisaitl that was hit hard, but no, Corey Perry got absolutely rocked in the crease, and the Oilers are going to get a power play here after the commercial break. Here's McDavid. He tried to come up with it. Puck was loose by the post. And then Corey Perry came in, and he got absolutely leveled from behind by Howden. And who was that? Riley Smith as well. Jeez. Yeah, that's a penalty, man. Whether you want to call it a cross-check or a roughing, I knew right away. I was like, you've got to call that, right? But the Oilers, they have an opportunity here. Top unit, get the power play top unit out there. Get a power play goal. Give yourself some breathing room. And don't put so much pressure on Calvin Pickard, right? I trust Pickard right now, but the way Vegas is playing, it's one of those games where I'm like, a 1-goal lead doesn't feel very good right now, you know? 1-goal lead doesn't feel good. I'd like a 2-goal lead. Unhinged game. That's a Matrix failure. Can't buy a power play. Settle down, Austin. What? What do you mean? I'm chilling, TVT. I'm chilling. No negativity here. We're vibing. Perry took it for the team. Yep. We've had 2-goal leads already. I know, Woodshed. I know. We got to get a third. I hope so, Maxie. We'll see. Yeah, just shoot. Shoot from everywhere. Adin Hill has shown that, you know, he is not as strong as he was in 2023. We're going to get a big Oilers flag for cheap. Probably eBay.ca or Amazon. They sell big flags for pretty cheap. I got a big Oilers flag on eBay a few years ago for like $20 or something. Yeah, no worries. No worries. All right, back from commercial break here. Oilers have a power play. They're going to put their top unit out. Where would you get the brown jersey? I went to the Oilers store. It's so expensive, $350. I would have to order it online, right? I'd have to get it custom ordered on the NHL website, nhl.ca or nhl.com/shop, whatever it is. All right, let's see if the Oilers can get the power play going. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Here's Evan Bouchard and Nugent Hopkins. He shoots, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. I like the shot mentality, right? Get some shots. Force Adin Hill to make saves. Nah, they don't until the summer, fun guy. They don't until the summer. They want all that money during the playoffs. 1:54 left in the power play. Draisaitl will once again take the offensive zone draw. He loses it. Vegas, McNabb, hard around the boards, will send it deep into the Oilers zone. And this gives me a chance to pour my drink safely, securely. Here's Bouchard for Edmonton. He'll move it up to Draisaitl. With speed, drops it for Perry. Perry to Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays it back to the point to Bouchard. Bouchard into the middle. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Bouchard. Bouchard across the ice. McDavid to Bouchard. He'll walk in. Slap shot! And that goes off of his stick and out of the zone. And Vegas, they get the clear initially, but McDavid, he's going to walk it up off of a leg. Still loose. And Nugent Hopkins is just going to reverse back into his own zone. The Oilers have to get a power play going here. Vegas has 2 power play goals. The Oilers do not have one yet in this series. Here's McDavid now. He'll walk it in, trying to play it to Draisaitl. He's hit hard off the puck. Corey Perry, good support, will find Nugent Hopkins. He'll give it to Bouchard at the blue line. Back to Nugent Hopkins, to McDavid. McDavid walks in the middle, and he's checked off the puck, and that goes out of the zone. Here's McDavid now. He looks frustrated. He'll send it up to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he one hand on his stick, trying to hold off pressure, but he loses it, and Vegas will just send it all the way down the ice. The Oilers' power play not coming in clutch right now, and you got to give credit to the Vegas penalty kill. And a Vegas player fell behind Edmonton's net. Crowd's mad that there's no call. I don't know what happened there. Darnell Nurse plays it to Zach Hyman. Hyman rims it back around to Adam Henrique. Henrique to Klingberg. Here's Hyman behind the Vegas net. Second unit out for the Oilers. Here's Hyman. He'll play it to Darnell Nurse at the point. Nurse towards the net, deflected in front. That's stopped by Hill. Here's Evander Kane to Zach Hyman in his feet. The Oilers do not convert on the power play. Crowd chanting, "Ref, you suck." And no clutch factor for Edmonton's power play, man. Again, credit to the Vegas Golden Knights penalty kill, but that top unit, McDavid and Draisaitl, have done nothing so far in this game, and that power play is abysmal. Oh, that's probably true, fun guy. That's probably true. Oilers get an offensive zone draw after the icing by the Golden Knights. You have Henrique with Janmark with Podkolzin and Arvidsson. So fourth line shift for Edmonton. They've converted on 2 goals for the Oilers so far. Depth scoring has been the story once again for the Oilers in this game. Here's Janmark. The linesman just won't drop the puck. I don't know what's going on. Just drop the puck, man. Nobody cares. What is the linesman doing? Look at Podkolzin. He's like, what the hell's going on? Just drop the puck. Linesman saying something, telling him to get his stick down. Janmark off the draw, loses it. Here's White Cloud for the Golden Knights. He pokes it up to Riley Smith. Smith, he'll flip it deep into the Oilers zone. John Klingberg will retrieve it. Here's John Klingberg now for the Oilers. Fans on his pass up the middle. Podkolzin can't come up with it. Here come the Golden Knights. Nice stick by the Oilers through the middle, and that's a glove pass by Vegas, and we're going to have another whistle. Still okay score, though. I agree. Somewhere in metal. It'd be nice. Now, the Oilers historically have been a good power play and special teams team. But yeah, their power play, man, no bueno in this series so far. Trent Frederick wins the faceoff out there with Evander Kane and Connor Brown. This is an interesting line. Kulak shoots it in on Adin Hill. He plays it into the corner. Vegas trying to move it up. Kane almost steals it. Here's a 2-on-2 now for the Golden Knights. Here's Pearson with Hertl. Hertl behind the Oilers' goal. Checked by Kulak. Hertl holding the puck along the boards. Kulak and Frederick trying to get it loose. Puck still being held by the Golden Knights. It's played around to the point. Here's Pietrangelo. He'll find, nice play by Hertl. He'll play it back to Hanifin. Hanifin walks in, centers it out in front, can't get it to the front of the net. Hanifin behind the Oilers' goal. Good job by Bouchard. He plays it forward. Now, Bouchard fell. I think Oilers players wanted a tripping call, but I think Bouchard fell on his own there. I don't think that was a trip. Here's Frederick now. He can't move the puck up. Nice job by Vegas. They continue to hem the Oilers in. Hanifin towards the goal, deflected. And what a save by Calvin Pickard. Bouchard just can't get the puck out. Bouchard had time to clear. Here's Hertl. Frederick coming into support. Mark Stone now for the Golden Knights as they get a partial change. Evander Kane for Edmonton on his backhand. He can't get it out. But finally, mercy. The Oilers are going to get a couple players off the ice here for a change. Puck comes back in by Barbashev on the forecheck. Centers it out in front. Here's Mark Stone. Looking for Eichel. Sends it to the blue line. Here's a shot by Theodore. Blocked by Connor Brown. Brown can't clear, though. Here's Mark Stone. Eichel looking at his face, just seeing if he's bleeding or not. Eichel with the puck. Back to the point. Down low, Mark Stone centers it. Stopped in front by Kulak. Klingberg to Kane. Kane's been out for a while, and he finally gets it clear. And that is going to be icing against the Oilers. The Oilers just hanging on, man. Goodness gracious. Vegas, great shifts there from the Golden Knights. But defensive zone draw. Oh, man, what a high stick by Kulak. Kulak high stuck Eichel with no call. Yo, the refs missed one there. Yikes. Brett Kulak should absolutely be in the box for high sticking. He knew it too, but the refs did not call it. McDavid will take the face-off, loses it. Here's Mark Stone off the draw to Shea Theodore towards the Oilers' goal, blocked. McDavid plays it up to Evander Kane, who's just trying to get it up. Evander Kane has been up forever, and here's a hand pass by Vegas. Jesus Christ, man. 9.5 left in the third period. We're going to have a commercial break. My goodness gracious. Louis losing his voice tonight. Yeah, no. I mean, the Oilers had a few chances to clear there, but, I mean, Vegas is pressing, right? They're desperate. They do not want to fall down 2-0. My hands hurt. You're okay, Erica. You're okay. You got this. I believe in you. Jack got whiplash on that helmet tap. May as well be a 10-minute PK. I think the Oilers are going to start pushing back a little bit, but the 2 shifts in a row, Vegas was really pushing there. Hey, thank you, Summoner. I appreciate that. I had a feeling that Pud Colson was going to come through. I mean, that I don't know, SMC. That's quite the game plan. Have I tried on the Fanatics Authentic? Is $300 just as nice or close? I've not actually tried the Authentics. I have a premium. This is a Fanatics premium, so like the $280 jersey or whatever. I like this. I think it's just as good quality as the Adidas ones. But I have not tried the Authentic. I don't even know what those look and feel like. They shortened the bench, CM. They shortened the bench in the third period. Emberson doesn't usually get shifts unless it's a penalty kill. Hey, I appreciate that, Steve. Thank you. It's so over for me now. You're good, Yan. You're good. Yeah, no, I agree, Big Rice Man. Absolutely, McDavid does have to step up here. The depth has stepped up for Edmonton. We need McDavid to step up. Look at Mama Stanley in the moss pit. All right, we're in crunch time here. Less than 10 minutes to play in the third period. The Oilers are defending a 1-goal lead in Game 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. Connor McDavid's out there with Zach Hyman and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So going back to the original top line from the regular season, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Zach Hyman. Here's Bouchard. He'll just flip it into the neutral zone. Shea Theodore for Vegas. Gives it to Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel. He'll play it through. Offside by Vegas, but they take up, and Theodore comes up with it. Poked by Nugent-Hopkins. McDavid against Eichel. Can't come up with it, and here's Mark Stone. Stone drops it to McNabb towards the goal, blocked by Bouchard. Vegas once again getting their cycle going. The Oilers can't seem to find puck possession right now. They are struggling at getting it out. Here's McNabb towards the Oilers goal. Rebound in front. Here's a shot. What a save by Calvin Pickard. Wowzers. Jack Eichel, for a moment, had an open net. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a save by Pickard. Jeez Louise. Big Dick Picks making those huge saves. Love to see that. But the Oilers have to get going here. They have been on their heels for about 4 shifts in a row. 8:42 left in the third. Here's Draisaitl. He's out there with Adam Henrique and... who is that for Edmonton? Henrique and Frederick? Draisaitl, Henrique, and Frederick. This is an interesting line for Edmonton. I don't know about this. Draisaitl comes up with it. Sent down the ice by Nurse. Doesn't get it deep, though. And Vegas keeps it in. Here's a play to Hanifin with a shot. That's stopped by Calvin Pickard. Oh, and Pickard is potentially hurt. He went down for a second, but is Pickard okay? Looked like Calvin Pickard is potentially in pain. There was a bit of a collision in the crease area, and Vegas continues to pressure. Shot towards Pickard. Doesn't make it. Vegas, they keep the cycle alive. Here's Henrique. He can't get it out. Puck comes to Hanifin. Across to Pietrangelo with a shot, and they score. Vegas ties the game. The Oilers cannot get the puck out. My goodness gracious, and Calvin Pickard looks like he's hurt. Yikes. Now, did that puck come out of the zone? It looked close to being offside. But Calvin Pickard was run into by Hurdle. Hurdle fell on the left leg of Calvin Pickard. There was no call. He shakes off that leg. He seems like he's in a bit of pain. And then the puck comes to the point, and then Alex Pietrangelo with a shot towards the net, and that just goes through Calvin Pickard as we have a tie game. And we'll have to keep an eye on Pickard, see if he is able to continue. We'll keep an eye on that leg, but the Oilers have been on their heels. 2-goal lead is now a no-goal lead. Vegas has come back to tie this game up, and Vegas has had all the pressure here. 7:47 to play. Edmonton has to find a way to get things going here. Unacceptable. Here's a play in front. Here's a shot. And that's stopped by Pickard. And, the puck went out of play. Wallman didn't like that. There's some jostling in front of or behind the Oilers net. Yeah, this third period has not been good. The ice has been tilted for Vegas. 100% Vegas has tilted the ice. Oh, what a save by Pickard off of his stick. The Oilers had a chance to go up 2 goals on the power play. They don't get the lead, and then Vegas come down 5 shifts in a row. All the pressure. They tie the game up. Edmonton has to dig deep here. This is a tie game. Win the game for Pickard, man. He's done everything for you. He took a hit in front of the net. 7:36 to play. $7:36 left in the third. Defensive zone faceoff. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Oilers still can't come up with it. Vegas, though, they can't keep it in. Here's Theodore to McNabb. McNabb up the left side, dumped in deep by Eichel. Behind the Oilers' goal, Pickard leaves it for Darnell Nurse. Comes to Nugent Hopkins. He can't make a play. Nugent Hopkins to Nurse. He'll give it to Brett Kulak. Here's Kulak up the right boards, dumped in. Deflected by Hyman. No icing. Puck kept in by McDavid. Oh, and here's Nugent Hopkins with a shot, and that goes high and out of play as the Oilers, beneficiaries of a favorable bounce. So you have McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman again for Edmonton. The Oilers are no longer loading up McDavid and Draisaitl. So the Oilers, after seemingly being in control of this game, they had a 4-2 lead. This game is now tied. Draisaitl's going to take the offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. He's out there with Evander Kane and Connor Brown. Let's see if the Oilers have that clutch factor. Can they get this lead back? When faceoff won by Draisaitl. Nurse towards the net, stopped by Adin Hill. Here's Connor Brown on his backhand. He cycles it, stopped, but stolen by Kane. Kane finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays it back to the point to Kulak, across to Nurse. Nurse, down low, can't get it through to the net, and Pietrangelo will just send it up the ice of Leon Draisaitl, though. He'll cut it off in the middle. Here's Kulak to Nurse. Nurse will briefly get in the Vegas zone, but Vegas will just send it all the way back into the Oilers zone. Here's Bouchard around the boards. That will find Connor Brown. Can't find Draisaitl over his stick. And the puck through the neutral zone. Vegas trying to get it deep. Nice hit by the Oilers. Kane, he'll send it across the ice. Connor Brown chases. He can't come up with it. Puck sent back to the Golden Knights. Here comes Hanifin. Walks into the Oilers zone. Hurdle. Down low. Deep to Hanifin. Hanifin is deep for Vegas. If Edmonton can steal this puck, they might have a rush opportunity. Here's Trent Frederick now. He'll play it off the boards. Zach Hyman trying to play it through the middle. Hyman, he's hit off the puck. Henrique can't keep the play alive. Puck comes to Wallman, off the glass, back into the Vegas zone. Here come the Golden Knights now. Theodore, he finds Hurdle. Dumped into the Oilers zone. Klingberg up the right boards, finds Zach Hyman. Hyman, 3-on-3. Hyman, hard around. Trent Frederick will chase after it. Off of his foot. He pokes it forward. Comes to Janmark for a moment. Janmark on the forehand. He's checked off the puck by the Golden Knights. And here's Arvidsson. He steals it. McNabb fell. Oh, Arvidsson couldn't get a shot off. Arvidsson had a look, and he just chose not to shoot. Puck sent down the ice, and that's icing on Vegas. Why did Arvidsson not shoot that? What are we doing? Arvidsson, shoot the puck. No penalty, no. Oh, boy. Offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton, off the icing by Vegas. Let's see if the Oilers can take advantage of this. Here's Draisaitl with McDavid and Corey Perry. Here's McDavid. Or Draisaitl wins it to Perry. Perry loses it, though. Here's Stone. He takes a hit by Darnell Nurse. Nurse reverses to Bouchard. Bouchard, he's going to find McDavid. He skates through the neutral zone with speed. He'll give it to Corey Perry. Perry stops up towards the Vegas goal. That goes high and way wide. Puck comes back to Bouchard. Bouchard with a shot. That goes high and over the net. Puck comes back to Nurse, and Nurse, he tried to get it through. That was a high stick. And Edmonton continues to hold possession. Draisaitl tried to find McDavid in transition. Here's Bouchard. 4:30 to play here in the third. Here's Klingberg. He waits for him to make a change. John Klingberg for Edmonton. Holds it. Looking to make a play. Vegas, two forwards, forechecking. Here's Hyman with speed. Hyman walks in. Hyman on his backhand towards the middle. It's loose. Hyman with a shot. What a save by Adin Hill. Nugent Hopkins trying to keep the cycle alive. Zach Hyman keeps the play going. Puck comes to the blue line. Shot towards the net off the outside of the post. Adin Hill, he plays that wide. Here's Wallman. Shoots again. That goes off a leg and out of play. Oh, the Oilers had a couple looks there. Couple looks for the Oilers, but no dice so far for Edmonton. Hyman, he cut into the middle, tried to get something on net. And the Vegas Golden Knights, they collapse. Good shot by Hyman, stopped, and then Wallman with another shot, and that was blocked in the high circle area by Nicholas Roy. Oh, boy. The Oilers were in full control of this game. They had a 4-2 lead. Vegas makes it 4-3 on the power play, and then Edmonton, they got a power play themselves. They could have went up by 2 once again. They could not convert. In fact, that power play looked awful. And then Vegas, they tie it up, and we have about 4 minutes left in the third period here in a tie game. Yo, what's going on, Laser? What's up, Evan? No, I agree, Stacy. I think Pickard has had to make, like, the much more difficult saves. Yeah, I agree. Edmonton can score late. They got to find a way here. What's up, Adonis? Good to see you again. I'm feeling good, though. I do think Edmonton still wins this game, but obviously there's a lot of work cut out for them. A lot of work. They've blown a 2-goal lead in the third period, and teams should not be doing that if they want to win championships. But we'll see if the Oilers have a little bit more late-game heroics in them. We'll see, Juan. We'll see. I agree. Yeah, Pickard took that contact in the crease. There was no call. There's about 4 minutes left in the period here. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, 4 minutes or so. But we're back from commercial. I'm going to be hiding chat once again. Let's see if Edmonton has some late game heroics. Their depth scoring has showed up. Their top guns have not. They need something from McDavid or Draisaitl if they want to win this game, in my personal opinion. They're scraping the ice. Linesman, he's throwing some snow away. You have Kane with Hyman, and I'm not sure who's centering this line. Offensive zone face-off. I'd like to see who they have out for Edmonton if Sportsnet wants to give us a good look here. You have Mark Stone out for Vegas. Kane, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman. 3:56 to play. Shots are 26-25 Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins loses the faceoff. Here's Hannafin. Up the boards. Cut off by Klingberg in the neutral zone. Klingberg walks it in. Here's Evander Kane to Zach Hyman. Walks in. Hyman towards the goal. Short side, and he can't get it through the pad of Aiden Hill. Puck played to Wallman. Across to Klingberg. Klingberg shoots. That's stopped. Rebound in front. Hyman trying to come up with it. Here's a backhander by Evander Kane, and that goes wide. Oh, my goodness. The Oilers with a couple glorious opportunities. Edmonton can't come up with possession. Here's Jack Eichel. He's hit off the puck. Nugent Hopkins will skate it up. Nugent Hopkins deep into the Vegas zone. Not icing. Could have been icing, but they didn't call it. Oilers making a change. Here's White Cloud to Hannafin. Hannafin through the middle of the ice. Vegas with possession in the Oilers zone. Connor Brown, Adam Henrique, and Trent Frederick. Oilers trying to get it out. Connor Brown does get it out of the Oilers zone. Vegas brings it back in. Here's Bouchard. He'll skate to his forehand, and he'll bring it up the right wing into the middle of the ice. Sent in deep by Connor Brown. Trent Frederick chases after it against Pietrangelo. Brown cuts that puck off by Pietrangelo. Through the neutral zone, here's Evan Bouchard. 2:40 to play. We are in crunch time here, folks. Next goal wins. Bouchard plays it back to Brett Kulak. And the Oilers get their top line out. McDavid and Draisaitl. They have an opportunity to be the difference makers. McDavid skates it into the Vegas zone. He's cut off by Hurdle. Hurdle across to Braden McNabb. McNabb, high flip into the Oilers zone. Klingberg, he's going to take it on his forehand. Checked momentarily. Nurse takes it. Here's Corey Perry. He plays it into the neutral zone. Here's Draisaitl trying to find McDavid in the middle. McDavid can't poke it forward. Here's Corey Perry. He keeps it alive in the offensive zone. McDavid behind the net. He's hit hard into the boards. No call as Draisaitl can't come up with it. Corey Perry for Edmonton. Finds Leon Draisaitl. McDavid finally gets out of the zone. Draisaitl, he's hooked up. Here's the play in front. Perry, rebound. Oh, how'd that stay out? Draisaitl can't put it in. Rebound. Where is the puck? How did the Oilers not put that into the net? Are you kidding me? How did that puck stay out? Excuse me? What an opportunity for that top line. I don't know how Adin Hill kept that puck out. The Oilers with a couple of glorious opportunities. Klingberg centered it. Perry, he gets a shot. Save, rebound, stick in front, stopped by Hill. And then Draisaitl puts it into the crease, and then he gets another shot, and he can't get it in. And then Adin Hill hangs on. Oh, my goodness gracious. That is wild. I don't know how that puck stayed out with under a minute 30 left in the third. Crazy. 4-4, 1:38 to play. Janmark out there with Arvidsson and Podkolzin. The fourth line for Edmonton. Can they be heroes before regulation ends? Janmark loses the faceoff. Here's Hanifin. He'll flip it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Bouchard. Bouchard gives that puck to Wallman. Wallman dumped in by the Oilers. Adin Hill out of his net. That's played around the boards. Janmark can't come up with it. Wallman cuts the puck off. Looking to make a play. Reverses to Bouchard. He's pressured back to Wallman. Wallman into his feet. Wallman up the right boards. Dumped in by Arvidsson. Oilers can't come up with it. Puck off of the stick of Janmark. Here's Arvidsson behind the Vegas net. Arvidsson checked off the puck. Nice job by the fourth line. Podkolzin tries to center in Vegas. They're just going to get the puck. They're going to flip it down the ice. Here's Eichel. He pushes it to Barbashev. Barbashev behind the Oilers' goal. He's being pressured by Kulak. Edmonton can't come up with the puck. Here's Eichel. Behind the goal. Back to the blue line. Vegas has pressure. 35 seconds remaining. Here's Howden. He reverses. Back to McNabb. Across. Here's Theodore with a shot. That goes wide. Puck along the half wall. Edmonton still can't get the clear. Here's Vegas. Nicholas Roy on his backhand. Defended by Kulak. 20 seconds left. Here's Eichel. Vegas sensing blood. Eichel with it again. Here's a shot. Doesn't make it. Rebound. Oh, and that shot goes wide by Howden. Puck back to the blue line. Here's McNabb. Eichel with a one-timer, and that goes high and off the glass and down the ice, and we are going to be heading to overtime. Oh, boy. We've got overtime, folks. We've got extra hockey here. Jeez Louise. Vegas, they came on at the end. They had a couple shifts in a row where it looked like they could put that puck in. My, oh, my. The Oilers have shot themselves in the foot. Vegas, in overtime, they have a chance to tie this series up. But if you're the Oilers, maybe getting a breather here is a good thing. They can kind of regroup, figure out what their game plan is, and Jack Eichel with the one-timer that just missed the far post. Goodness gracious. We have extra hockey to play here. So let's see what happens. All right, overtime predictions. Of course, I like to always say, who are you picking? One player from Vegas, one player from Edmonton. Who do we got? Who are your overtime picks? For Edmonton, I'm going with Connor Brown. And for Vegas, I'm going to go with, let's go Brett Howden. Why not? We were promised a cat cam today. I have no cats in the room with me. On the scramble, Perry stopped the puck from going in. Really? That offensive zone scramble? Oh, man. I like Jeff Skinner? No, I think Jeff Skinner should be in the lineup, but the team is winning, so. Yeah, goaltending tonight has been insane, right? I'm not surprised. PK Subban also had like the worst, what are they called? The absolute worst bracket challenge imaginable. I'm pretty sure he got every pick wrong except for like 2 in the first round of the playoffs. But in Pickard we trust, of course. Now the Oilers, I mean, they had a 2-goal lead in the third. Evander Kane early, 152 in, but then Olofsson gets a power play goal, and then Pietrangelo ties it with 8 minutes left. Power plays in this game, 4-2 in favor of Vegas. Shots in the third period were 11-9 in favor of Edmonton, but again, it's not really like indicative of who's getting the better chances. I do think Vegas has had the better chances. YOT, because that's playoff hockey, folks. This could be a game that goes for quite a while. I could see this going like 2 or 3 overtimes. But if we take a look at the deserve to win-o-meter here, hold on, let's bring this up. Expected goals in all situations, 3.45 to 2.87 in favor of Edmonton. If we break that down at 5-on-5, it's 3 to 2.37. Vegas has had the better looks. They've had the better opportunities. They've had more high-danger chances. The Oilers have been unable to break through. After going up 4-2, Vegas has found a way to come back and tie this thing up. And if you take a look at the Oilers' top players here now, Draisaitl and McDavid, they are below 50% for expected goals. The Oilers had a power play that could have put them up 5-3. They did not convert. Now, Kulak, he leads all players in ice time, which is very interesting. Not sure why that's a thing. McDavid is next, then Draisaitl. These two players have not done enough, in my opinion. They need more from Draisaitl and McDavid. And then if you take a look at the rest of the Oilers lineup, Emberson has played the least amount, 705. Then Podkolzin, 807. Arvidsson, 946. Chris Knoblauch kind of got away from his lineup. In the third period, when Vegas made it 4-3, Chris Knoblauch, he kept shuffling the lines. He kept trying to get different looks. And then Vegas came in to tie it. So, I don't know. That guy's scripted unlike McDavid. We'll see, Chris. We'll see. Yo, what's up, Co? How you doing? 12 OT. I mean, if it goes 12 OTs, if this game goes to the fourth overtime, I'm just going to bed, right? Like, I don't even care who wins at that point. Yeah, I agree, Stacy, 100%. I'm with you, 90. Hey, no worries, Christy. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Longest OT was 6 overtime. Could you imagine if this game goes 6 overtimes? Yikes. Yeah, it's weird for you, which, by the way, welcome back in. I saw you during the second intermission. I just wasn't able to say hi, obviously. But Knoblauch has been very good at just keeping his lines consistent throughout the last few games. But tonight, in the third period, he decided to change things up, which was very unfortunate. What's up, Specialty? How you doing? I love that. Fun guy. I love that. Hey, I love that, Rosie. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Jiriku says Oilers chokers. Well, I mean, hey, they had a 2-goal lead and they are choking it away. But all is forgiven if Edmonton can find a way to come out on top in this one. Top two really need to get that goal or assist. And now that we're in the last stretch, I agree, tragic. You're busy, man, Austin. The stream is popular, which is great for your views. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Hey, and if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure to smash that like button, all right? It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Thank you all for your support. It means the world. You need the Russian gas. Yo, what's up, 37C? How you doing? Olofsson has been a monster. Yep. Book of Law says that they will lose because McDavid will wake up and actually do something. Now, we'll see. Who's better, the Kings or Golden Knights? Golden Knights. I don't think the change was inherently bad. It was just Vegas was pushing. Top line wasn't doing anything productive. Honestly, that's valid. Not like their top guys aren't good in the playoffs. McDavid, Dry, Nuge, Hyman, Bouchard all elevate. Does Nugent Hopkins elevate? I'd like to see a little bit more from Nugent Hopkins, but I'm also kind of greedy. 9:39 p.m. West Coast, 2:09 a.m. in Newfoundland. Yes, if you're watching out east right now, oh boy, I give you credit for staying up late. I am hopeful that Edmonton can get the win here. I think Edmonton comes out on top. Why do I think that? Because my heart rate is below 130. So, okay, Marvin, I see you. I see you calling Olofsson for the hat trick. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, that's pretty good then. That's not too shabby. I'd like the power play to get going for Edmonton. That power play has been ugly. Oh, that's right, Stacy. What is it? 12:41 a.m. for you right now, I'm assuming, in Atlanta? I do remember you, Helio. I did say hi at the start of the stream. You must not have been here. I absolutely remember you. 100%. How are you doing? I hope so, Russian Egg. I hope so. I like Edmonton's chances in overtime, honestly. I think Edmonton comes out. I think they assert their dominance. They played very well in overtime against the Kings, but this is obviously a different team. Vegas wins 2 minutes in OT, script leak. Damn, Paradox, you leaking the script before the game is even over? That's sad. You had Mark overtime winner. Could you imagine? If Connor Brown wins it in overtime for Edmonton, I'm buying his jersey. How about that? Almost 7 a.m. in Spain. I want to go to work today with a smile on my face. Go Oilers, score the winning goal. I hope so. I hope so, Gonzalez. That's right. That's right, Gordon. Let's go, Rosie. Archer says Kane with the winner. I like it. I want that jersey so bad. I really do. I really do want a Connor Brown jersey. If Janmark touches the ice and it's not the penalty kill, I'll be calling Knob. No, Janmark's been doing good. We are encouraging more Janmark ice time. 10:42 p.m. Yeah, it's 10:42 p.m. for me as well, so not super late. Uncle Rico for the game winner. I like it. Adam Enrique, let's go. $100 if this game is going to be over within 5 minutes in the first overtime. Well, most games do end pretty early in overtime in the playoffs, so I got school tomorrow, bro. End the game. Oh, no, Erica. Listen, if you need to go to bed, you can go to bed. I have inspiration for you. I really enjoy to talk sports news and talk about the Oilers. Remember, you are my reference number one. God bless you, Austin. Hey, I appreciate that, Helio. That is amazing. Keep up that amazing work. Love that. Ooh, game winner will be Hyman. Okay, I like it. My dad says McDavid OT winner. My dad's going with McDavid. I think McDavid or Draisaitl are due. I'm sticking with Connor Brown. I already texted my boss saying I'm feeling a bit sick in case this goes to 5 overtimes and I'm up until 4 a.m. Oh no, Brody. Hopefully it does not go to 5 overtimes. I agree, Loomis. We're used to Edmonton coming back in games. We're not used to other teams coming back against the Oilers, so they absolutely have to, hold things down. I want to drain Vegas of all their strength, Stacy. Podzilla game winner, that'd be amazing. No, don't skip school. No, I'm not saying that at all. Brown to Rico for the win. Oh boy, 2-on-1, short-handed. What do we think about that? If this goes to 5 overtimes, I'm not going to school. Australia on our sports streaming service only plays every 2 Oilers games at the moment, so alternating between watching the games and tuning in on the live stream. Let's go Oilers for the win. Let's go B-Cab. Let's go. Let's do it. Erica says Connor Brown game-winning goal. I love it. Bouchard for the win. Hey, Bouchard's probably due as well. I agree. Brownie OT point equals jersey. Now, Brownie OT winner and or getting a hat trick in a game. All right, so there is 6:30 until overtime starts. I am going to take a quick washroom break. I will be right back, folks. You all get Chair for the next 5 minutes. Enjoy. Enjoy Chair. I know Chair loves all of you as well. All right, here we go. We're back from commercial. Overtime's about to start. I'm going to be hiding chat here. Let's see if the Oilers can find a way to win a game that they were up by 2 in the third. You got this, Erica. All right. Overtime has started. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Let's see what happens here. Puck deflected into the Oilers zone off of Pickard's glove. Here's Brett Kulak. He'll play it through the middle of the ice, picked off by the Golden Knights. Vegas sends it all the way down. Kulak once again on his forehand, trying to get it to McDavid. Kept in by Mark Stone. Here's Stone now. He centers it out in front. Draisaitl gets a stick in the lane. Vegas from the point. McNabb down low to Eichel. Eichel trying to get a pass. Oh, man, he almost had Barbashev. Here's Eichel with a one-timer that's stopped by Calvin Pickard. What a save. And the Oilers, they just Bouchard with a turnover. Edmonton can't come up with it. Here comes Mark Stone on his backhand. Plays it back to the blue line. Here's Pietrangelo with the lane. Shoots. That goes high and wide. The Oilers look horrible so far. Oh, no. Vegas could win it early. They're getting the looks already. Here's Draisaitl for Edmonton. He'll skate it out of trouble. Finds Corey Perry. Perry towards the Vegas net. Behind the goal. The Oilers are just going to get a change as they just survived that opening shift. Goodness gracious. Puck on Pickard. Rebound in front. What a save by Pickard. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how Vegas didn't put that in. Jeez Louise. Calvin Pickard with an unbelievable chance. And they keep that puck in. The Oilers are struggling at keeping this puck from getting in front of their net. Zach Hyman trying to get that puck to Kane, and Vegas will bring it back in. Here's Olofsson. Heads towards the goal. He spins off a check. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Here's John Klingberg for the Oilers. Klingberg up the right boards. Trying to find Hyman. Hyman can't get it in deep. And Vegas once again on transition. Behind the Oilers' goal, Calvin Pickard to Klingberg. Klingberg up the right boards. Down the ice. Here come the Oilers, though. Here's Adam Henrique to Zach Hyman. Towards the goal, and that's stopped by Aiden Hill. Goodness gracious, man. What the hell was that all about? What a save. I mean, Calvin Pickard has made about 3 massive saves here. Shot in on Pickard, and then he has to make a save, and then he has to make another saving close. Wow. Calvin Pickard with 3 big saves early here. Unbelievable. Crazy. The Oilers are panicking, man. They have a new pope in the stands for Vegas. Love that. Offensive zone faceoff. You have Brown, Henrique, and Frederick. Let's see if Edmonton can win the draw. If Frederick can't come up with it, here come the Golden Knights. They sense blood, man. Vegas sense blood. Here's Nicholas Roy. He can't get it into the Oilers zone. Puck comes to the blue line. Oilers keep it in the Vegas zone. Brown towards the goal goes wide. Comes to Wallman. He keeps the puck alive. Trent Frederick reverses, trying to send it down low. That's picked off. Adam Henrique keeps the play alive for a moment, but White Cloud will skate it up. White Cloud into the middle. Couple players fall. Vegas can't come up with it. Here's Bouchard. He'll reverse. Nobody home for Edmonton. Vegas to McNabb. Here's Pearson. Shoots, and that's stopped by Calvin Pickard. Once again, Calvin Pickard is coming up massive right now. Holy moly. The Oilers just cannot get anything going. Vegas has had several grade A opportunities early in overtime, and Calvin Pickard is giving this team a chance right now. What a look for Pearson, and Calvin Pickard closes up that blocker, and Pickard takes more contact by Roy in the crease and no call. Yeah, Roy hit Calvin Pickard kind of in the head area. The ref is not going to call a penalty, though. Calvin Pickard's chatting with the ref, being like, hey, man, what's going on here? Shots are 29-29, but I feel like Vegas has had way more high danger looks. Here's Draisaitl. He's out there with Janmark and Arvidsson. Draisaitl for the faceoff. Edmonton's got to win the faceoff. Draisaitl, he can't come up with it. Vegas back to the blue line. Kept in by Vegas, but Draisaitl up the middle. Here's Janmark with speed, but that goes off his stick. Theodore will put it through the middle. Here's Arvidsson. He steals it. Darnell Nurse now across to Kulak. Kulak plays it back to Nurse over his stick. Nurse plays it forward. Edmonton can't come up with it, though. Here comes Eichel across the ice. Arvidsson, good check to steal it from Barbashev. Here comes Janmark. Janmark tries to find Draisaitl. He brings it into the Vegas zone. Draisaitl around the boards. Arvidsson on his backhand, protects the puck. Down low to Draisaitl. He can't come up with the puck, and Edmonton has to make a change. Shea Theodore now for the Golden Knights. Skates it up. Gives it to Stone towards the goal. Stopped by Pickard and Vasily Podkolzin. He'll skate it through the right side. Podkolzin. That puck goes off of a glove. Vegas. Here's Eichel. Dumps it in deep. Pickard out of his net. Pickard high off the glass. Bounces around. Edmonton trying to get it out. Corey Perry. He sends it across. Can't find Kulak. Kulak off the glass. Does get it out. Podkolzin now to McDavid. Here's McDavid now. Trying to step through. Good job by the Golden Knights, though. They steal the puck from McDavid. Darnell Nurse behind his own net. John Klingberg is going to go. Oh, John Klingberg's taken down. I don't know if he fell or got tripped. No call, though. And Vegas continues to put the pressure on. Centered out in front. Rebound. Klingberg with it. The Oilers, they are playing with fire. Klingberg sends it all the way down the ice, not icing. Vegas, 15:40 to play in overtime. Here's Hanifin up the left side, deep into the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse can't make a play. Nugent Hopkins takes it on his forehand. Up the boards. Can't find a teammate, though. Hyman with a shot that goes wide. Hurdle looking to make a play as well. Here's Hurdle. He's being checked. Comes behind. Goes to Hanifin. Centered in front. Oh, and Calvin Pickard once again. Traffic in front. Hyman, he skates it up the left wing. Here comes Zach Hyman. Behind the Vegas net. He'll reverse. Nobody home for Edmonton. Oh, my goodness. And Brandon Saad could have had an opportunity alone. Nobody for Edmonton was back on that reverse by Hyman. Kulak off the glass. Down the ice. That's going to be... Oh, no way that's icing. They're going to call icing on Edmonton. Evander Kane would have beat that, though. Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't know about that. That should not have been icing, in my opinion. Bring that puck to center, which is what they're going to do. Holy smokes, man. Edmonton. I mean, Vegas has come out. They are pushing to score in overtime. They want it, like they are desperate to tie this series up. Edmonton has to get something going here. They have not had any looks. Vegas has been all over the Oilers. 14:53 to play here in overtime. First overtime, I should say. Face off at center. Henrique, he wins it momentarily. Oilers can't poke it forward. Vegas, off of a glove, comes to Kulak. He'll play to Bouchard. Up the right wing, here's Connor Brown. Hard around the boards. Trent Frederick chases after it. Frederick along the boards, can't come up with possession. Henrique now against Pietrangelo. Up the right boards, here's Nicholas Roy. Roy, left wing. Vegas will dump it in deep into the Oilers zone. Here's Kolasar, leaves it for Roy. Roy against Trent Frederick now. Oh, that's a penalty. Wow, Trent Frederick is cross-checked in the face, and this is going to be a power play for the Oilers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Nicholas Roy, obviously trying to play the body. He cross-checks Trent Frederick. I mean, that's a cross-check right to the head. That's got to be a 5-minute major, man. That's a vicious cross-check. Absolutely vicious. There is blood. Trent Frederick is bleeding right in the nose, maybe the teeth. That's a horrible, horrible cross-check. If you're, like, that's got to be at minimum 4 minutes, but it should be 5-minute major. That should be a 5-minute major. Yeah, they're calling a 5-minute major, and they're going to review it. They're going to review the 5-minute major. Nicholas Roy, he was hit by Frederick. Frederick along the boards. Roy, he's battling for the puck. Puck comes up, and then, oh, man, and then, geez. Roy, you got to have control of your stick. Right into the head of Trent Frederick, right into his face. Oh, my goodness. They have to uphold the 5-minute major. There's no way that they don't uphold the 5-minute major. And Frederick, he's cut. He's bleeding. That's a horrible cross-check. And if you're Nicholas Roy, you can't be doing that. What is that? I know he's trying to... that's horrible, man. That's not a play at the puck at all. Like, if you're trying to play the puck with your hand, you usually try and glove it. That should be 5. 5-minute major. The Oilers have a 5-minute power play. It makes sense. That is absolutely a 5-minute major. And Raw is going to be out of the game here. The Oilers now, I mean, this is your chance to win. This is the chance to win. The Oilers have 5 minutes on the power play. This is your opportunity. The power play hasn't converted yet. You've got to find it now. You've got to dig deep. You've got to find a way. Whatever it takes for your top unit, find a way. Calvin Pickard made huge saves for the first 5.5 minutes. He has given your team a chance to win. You do not deserve to win this game, but you can steal one. Calvin Pickard has given you a chance to steal a game here and go up 2-0. 5-minute power play for Edmonton. 14:23 to play here in overtime. Top unit out for the Oilers. Perry, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, and Bouchard. Here's Bouchard. Off the face-off to Nugent-Hopkins. Perry in front. Can't find Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl towards the goal. That's stopped by Adin Hill. Puck comes to the middle of the ice. Kept in by Bouchard. Wow. Draisaitl to McDavid. Here's McDavid. He'll play it back to Bouchard. Bouchard for McDavid. McDavid back to Bouchard. He's going to play that across to Nugent-Hopkins. Left circle. Nugent-Hopkins to Bouchard. Here's McDavid. One-timer, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Nugent-Hopkins down low. Edmonton trying to come up with it. Here's Perry. Perry reverses around the boards behind the net. McDavid can't come up with it. Sent down the ice by the Golden Knights. Here's Bouchard for Edmonton. He'll bring it up. He'll skate through traffic. Edmonton gives the puck up. Puck bouncing around McDavid. He'll find Perry. And McDavid and Stone were tied up there. The crowd is pissed off that there's no call. Nugent-Hopkins can't get the puck in deep. Puck sent back to the neutral zone. Here's Bouchard trying to find the neutral zone. Where is the puck? It's in the Vegas zone. 3:43 left in the power play for Edmonton. They haven't been able to get anything on net. Here's Vegas on the penalty kill. Edmonton trying to come up with it. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll play it to Jake Wallman. Here's Wallman now to John Klingberg. Klingberg across to Adam Henrique. He'll drop it for Evander Kane. Second unit for Edmonton across the ice. Kept in by Hyman. Hyman down low. Nobody down low for Edmonton. And it's kept in by Wallman. What a play. He keeps that puck alive. Puck played back to Klingberg. Klingberg walks in on the right wing. He'll play it around the boards to Evander Kane, left half wall. Evander Kane. He'll play it back to Wallman at the point. Wallman to Evander Kane. Left circle. Tries to get a shot off. Doesn't get it to the net. Here's Hyman. Back to Kane. Kane's going to play it back. Here's Henrique to Wallman. Wallman to Evander Kane towards the goal. That's stopped by Adin Hill. Oilers trying to get the puck along the boards. It's shot up. Kept in by Wallman again. Great play by Wallman to keep this puck alive. Wallman across. He'll give it to Klingberg. Klingberg. He'll walk in. He shoots. That's stopped by Adin Hill again. And the puck's going to come up. Potential 2-on-1 for Vegas. Here come the Golden Knights. Here's a shot. And that doesn't quite make it through. John Klingberg now trying to move the puck up the ice. Here's Adam Henrique for Edmonton. He's going to reverse. 2:15 to play on the power play. And a giveaway by the Oilers. Vegas, they keep the play alive. Edmonton has to get going here. They have 2 minutes left on a 5-minute power play. McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid with speed. McDavid walks in behind the net, centers it out in front, can't make a play. McDavid still has it. McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins. He'll give it to McDavid, left circle. He'll give it to Bouchard now. Bouchard with a shot that's stopped by Hill. Puck over the net. McDavid picks it up. 1:43 left in the power play. Here's Bouchard now. Walks in to Draisaitl. Right circle. Draisaitl surveys his area. Towards the net. It's in front. Corey Perry. He can't get it through under the foot of Adin Hill. And there's 1:32 to play on the power play for Edmonton. I'll be right back. I have to get something. The Oilers with a couple chances along the red line. Corey Perry just can't stuff it past Adin Hill's pad. Oh boy. There's a minute and a half left on the power play for Edmonton. 5-minute power play. If Edmonton doesn't score on this power play, you don't deserve to win a game, right? 5-minute power play. Oilers have called a timeout to give their top unit a rest. Maybe draw up a play. Now, I do have chat hidden still. I'm not going to be looking at chat. I don't want to be spoiled about anything. Oilers have called a timeout. Trying to break through here. Playoff overtime. 5-minute power play after Nicholas Roy high-sticked or cross-checked Trent Frederick in the head. Oilers have to generate something. I think Bouchard should be firing from the point. They should be getting looks from the point, traffic in front. Get a deflection, get a rebound. It's got to be a dirty goal. You can't just bank on the Draisaitl one-timer. They got to find a way to break through. Draisaitl loses it, but McDavid supports. Gets it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. Down low to McDavid behind the Vegas net. McDavid walks out in front, spins away, gives it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Bounces over his stick. Not out of the zone. Keeps it in. Here's Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on his backhand. He'll leave it for McDavid. McDavid walks around Eichel. McDavid to Bouchard with a one-timer, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Good look from Bouchard, but that was a good stop by Adin Hill. Oh boy, man. What a shot by Bouchard. Big save by Adin Hill. Bouchard had a look there. Edmonton still has 1:03 to work with on the power play. 10:26 to play in overtime. You cannot let this power play go to waste. You have to find a way to come through. Draisaitl will once again take the face-off for the Oilers. Here's Draisaitl against Eichel. Gotta win the face-off. Draisaitl wins it. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard, he'll play it. He'll walk in to McDavid. McDavid, right circle to Draisaitl, trying to make a play. McDavid, on his forehand, plays it back to Bouchard. Bouchard, middle of the ice. Bouchard, down low. Nugent-Hopkins centered in front, and Perry can't get a stick on it. Here's Bouchard from McDavid. At the point. Back to McDavid, right circle to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, Bouchard with a shot. One-timer, that's stopped by Hill. And that puck is going to come all the way down the ice. Pickard is forced to play it to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Here's McDavid with speed. Walks in. He loses it to Stone, and Stone sends it down the ice. 20 seconds left in the power play, man. Here's Draisaitl. Spins away from a check. Draisaitl walks in. Weaves his way through. Towards the goal. Oh, and that's on Adin Hill, and Hill has to hang on to that. Oh, my goodness. The Oilers have wasted a 5-minute power play. 6 seconds left on the power play for Edmonton. Jeez Louise. Horrible. Not good, folks. The Oilers with a 5-minute power play. The Oilers haven't been able to get anything high danger on Adin Hill, man. Thanks a lot, Try. I mean, they still have 6 seconds left on the power play. Obviously, they're in a good spot here. Maybe they can build off that, but my God. Let's see what happens here. How does Chris Knobloch play this face-off? They're scraping the ice halfway through OT. They don't go to commercial, but they do scrape the ice. And you know the next power play is going to go to Vegas, right? Like, you know the next power play is going to go to Vegas. The Oilers have had a couple looks, but Adin Hill has made some saves. That's true, Bake. That's true. We'll stay positive. Maybe Edmonton wins it here. Maybe they win it. 6 seconds left on the power play. Do the Oilers put their top unit back out for 6 seconds? Let's see what happens here. So you have Henrique, Kane, and Hyman for Edmonton. And Nurse and Klingberg. So they're not going to the top unit. 6 seconds left on the power play. 9:29 left in overtime. If the Oilers win the faceoff, maybe they can set something up. If the Oilers win the faceoff, maybe they can set something up. They have the offensive zone draw. Let's see if Henry can win it. Win it back, set something up. Here's Henrique against Eichel. Henrique's going to be kicked out. Evander Kane's going to step in. Kane's won a couple draws tonight, so maybe he can step in against Eichel and win one here. Here's Kane for Edmonton. Linesman, he's waiting, telling everyone what to do. Kane loses it. Vegas wins it. Here's Pietrangelo. Oh, he loses it. It's in front. Oh, and Hyman hit the high. Did that go into the net? I think it hit the post. I don't know. Did that go in? I don't think it did. I don't think that went in. I think it hit the crossbar. Hyman hit the crossbar. Hyman now. He'll skate it up the left wing. Pietrangelo with a giveaway to Hyman. That puck I don't think went in. Oh my goodness. What on earth? Here's Henrique for Edmonton. He'll give it to Hyman. Hyman tries to reverse it. Pietrangelo up the right boards. And Olofsson can't come up with it. Here's Kane to Hyman. Hyman trying to get a shot off. He can. He is stopped up. Puck sent down deep into the Oilers zone. I don't know how Hyman didn't score that. That is crazy. Pietrangelo with a gift. Bouchard up the middle. That goes off of a stick. Not icing. 8:32 to play. Unbelievable. Here comes Shea Theodore for the Golden Knights. Checked by Janmark. Janmark into the middle. Can't find Podkolzin. Here's Mark Stone. He'll play it to the left wing. Vegas brings it in. Bouchard off of his skate. Arvidsson trying to come up with it. Barbashev towards the goal. That's stopped by Calvin Pickard. Oh, my Lord. Zach Hyman all alone in front. A giveaway by Shea Theodore. And Hyman hit the crossbar. I don't know. Maybe the Oilers aren't destined to win this one. Goodness gracious. And Evander Kane thought that was in. He was celebrating, but that did not go in. My God, man. Inches. Inches. That is wild. Defensive zone draw. Nugent Hopkins finds Frederick. Oh, my goodness. Frederick almost gives it away. Along the near boards, here's Wallman for Edmonton. Wallman up the boards. He gets it out momentarily. That's down the ice, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton with 8 minutes to play here in OT. Hey, there you go, Gold. I love that. I'll get white hair, too. By the end of this game, I'm going to have white hair. 7:59 left in OT. Defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Vegas is going to get the Eichel line out there to take advantage of the Oilers. Well, third line, really. Eichel wins the draw. Puck to Eichel. Eichel, he's checked. Puck doesn't come out. Wallman for Edmonton loses it. And here's Stone. Centers Eichel with a shot. What a save by Pickard. Here's a wraparound and another save by Calvin Pickard. Wow. And the puck does come out finally as Shea Theodore can't keep it in. And the top line for Vegas putting pressure on right now. Pickard, he'll play it up the boards. Edmonton can't get it out. Puck bouncing around. Vegas keeps it in. Into the middle. Here's Eichel with a shot. He can't get it through traffic. Here's John Klingberg. He'll reverse to Wallman. Edmonton just hanging on. Surviving. Here's Connor Brown. Backhands it behind the Vegas net against McNabb. McNabb, under pressure, plays it up the far boards. Into the middle of the ice. And that's going to be icing on Vegas. Oh, my God. Calvin Pickard has locked the F in. This is unbelievable play by Calvin Pickard. What a look for Eichel. What a save by Pickard. And then the wraparound attempt by Barbashev. And then Calvin Pickard, he gets his pad against the post. Unbelievable. What a save by Calvin Pickard. That is crazy. Here's Draisaitl with McDavid and Perry. Offensive zone draw, trying to take advantage of the icing against Vegas. Draisaitl trying to come up with it. Comes to Perry. Here's McDavid towards the net. Aiden Hill plays it into the corner, and Vegas, they'll come up with possession. Here's Stone. He'll dump it in deep behind the Oilers' goal. Pickard finds Kulak. Kulak to Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl. He almost gives it away. Bouchard will put it deep into the Vegas zone now. McDavid. Oh, McDavid had an opportunity, and I don't know if Hill made a save or what the heck was happened there. Here come the Golden Knights. Kulak knocks down his man, and here's Corey Perry. He's being pressured. Puck back to Bouchard. Crowd wanted a call, but it was a good defensive play by Kulak. Definitely not a penalty in my opinion. Here's Evan Bouchard. Up the right wing. Stopped up. Here's Hyman. Walks into the Vegas zone. Vegas on his forehand. Around the boards. Not going to be kept in by anyone for Edmonton. The Oilers were changing their defensive pairs. Here's Wallman for the Oilers. He'll play it up the left boards. Deflected in by Kane. Here's Whitecloud. He's pressured by Kane. Puck bouncing. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Here comes Olofsson with a shot. That puck goes wide. Vegas trying to get it towards the net. It's behind Edmonton's net now. Here's Barbashev. Barbashev for Vegas on his forehand towards the goal. That's blocked by Wallman. Oilers on transition. They have some numbers here. Kane dumps it in. He's going to go in against Whitecloud. Throws a hit. Oilers, they don't have possession. Hurdle up the half wall. Vegas will dump it in deep. Here's Kulak. He'll find Darnell Nurse over his stick. Puck comes to Podkolzin, but he falls from nothing. Not sure what happened there for Podkolzin. And Barbashev ices the puck here. Oh, never mind. Not icing. Here's Podkolzin for Edmonton. He'll give that puck to Nurse. Nurse through the neutral zone. Not icing. Arvidsson chases after it. Here's Janmark for Edmonton. And there's someone down for Vegas. What happened here? What happened to McNabb? I didn't see what happened. Is that a penalty? I didn't see what happened. No way they're going to call one here. Oh, McDavid at the post. Jesus. So the Oilers have hit 2 posts. Arvidsson goes in against McNabb. Puck in his skates. And McNabb goes hard into the boards. Ouch. Ouch. I think Arvidsson got away with a trip. Arvidsson got away with a trip. That's a tough one. Yeah, McNabb's probably in a lot of pain there. .457 to play in overtime. No power play for Vegas, but the crowd is unhappy. All right, Draisaitl offensive zone draw. I think Edmonton got away with one. Absolutely. Arvidsson, he definitely tripped McNabb. That's a tough one. Hopefully McNabb's okay. Obviously, I don't want anyone to get injured. Here's McDavid, wins the faceoff. Here's Bouchard for Edmonton. Towards the net. Oh, he loses it. Here come the Golden Knights. Here's Mark Stone against Bouchard. Bouchard does a nice job, forces him off the puck. He sends it around the boards to Perry, and he finds McDavid. McDavid through the middle, 2-on-1. McDavid to Draisaitl. Did he score? Did that go in? Did Draisaitl score? I thought it hit the post. Oh my goodness, Draisaitl wins it for the Oilers. I didn't even realize. What on earth was that? I thought it hit the post. Oilers win 5-4 in overtime. The Oilers have a 2-0 series lead. That is unbelievable. Connor McDavid with speed and the Top Guns for Edmonton after they were unable to do anything the whole game. 5-minute power play that they weren't able to do anything with. And then McDavid finds Draisaitl on a 2-on-1. For some reason, I thought it hit the post. I didn't think that even went in, so I didn't react properly. Corey Perry plays it to McDavid. He gets oh, what a move around Eichel. And then he plays it to Draisaitl, and yeah, he puts it right in the middle of the net, in and out. The Oilers have a 2-0 series lead. What? Oh my God. I mean, Jack Eichel's legs are broken. Jack Eichel's legs are broken, and Draisaitl scores the game winner in overtime. The Oilers with a 2-0 series lead against the Vegas Golden Knights. Can you believe it? After they probably got away with Victor Arvidsson got away with one. That should have been a penalty. His trip on McNabb. Oh boy. We're going to have lots to discuss in the post-game fan reaction. Goodness gracious, folks. Can you believe it? The Oilers win this one in overtime. It's a late one. And the Oilers have a 2-0 series lead heading back to Rogers Place, the Hornets' nest. The Oilers have completely stolen home ice advantage against Vegas. Wow. Listen, if you're still watching at this point, smash the like button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe. Oh my goodness. Jeez. All right, Dacky. Good luck, my friend. Working 4 hours. Unbelievable. We had over 500 concurrent viewers during overtime. You guys are insane. The support has been insane. Seriously, I cannot believe the support that we've had tonight. I just want to give a huge shout out. TVT donated a $50 super chat. You had Retro with the $1.99, Pickleball Pat with the $2, and then you had David with the 5 gifted memberships. Yan re-upped their membership, Retro, with a $1.99 as well. Thank you all so much. Oh my God. Are you not entertained? What is happening in the playoffs this year? That's crazy. The Oilers win. Vegas loses. The Oilers have a 2-0 series lead. Oh my God. I have to get my heart rate under control. Listen, I'm going to have the post-game fan reaction up within the next hour or so. I will not be taking fan questions or anything. I am just going to be doing a fan reaction just on my own. And then tomorrow we will have a day after discussion. So if you are interested in that, if you're interested in daily hockey content, daily Oilers content from an Oilers fan perspective, of course, absolutely make sure you're subscribed. Wow. I can't believe Edmonton won that. Whoa. Hold on, Great White. You are absolutely going to be deleted forever. You are no longer allowed on this channel. Hopefully I never see you again, you absolute scumbag. What a loser. All right, folks, what a game. Never in doubt, right? Hashtag never in doubt, as Bruce McCurdy would say. Listen, rest in peace, Bruce McCurdy. Wow. Listen, now, before I go, I want to let you all know, there is a independent organization called the Game Over Network that will be going live very, very soon. I want to make sure that I send you their way. Go hang out with the Game Over Network for Edmonton against Vegas. Let me just pull up their live stream. There should be a live stream here. It is scheduled. So I'm going to spam the chat. I'm going to send this in the chat, right? Make sure you send them your love. Go send the Game Over Network your love, all right? I'm sending this link in the chat. Tell them Austin Hockey sent you, right? Tell them that Austin Hockey sent you. Go hang out with Game Over Edmonton. They are unbelievable. They are doing something special. Independent media is important in this current climate here on YouTube. We are doing our best to, support each other. So, yeah, Victory Chain. Victory Chain, let's go. The blue Victory Chain. The playoff Victory Chain, let's go. Now, 6 comeback wins for Edmonton, which is outrageous. They were down 1-0. They got up 3-1 and then 4-2. They had to win this in overtime. They did not make it easy on themselves. But go send the Game Over Network your love and support. Give them a ton of views. Give them likes. Give them subscriptions. Tell them Austin Hockey sent you, okay? They are great over there. You have Ash. You have Avery. You have a lot of people that are working behind the scenes. Andrew Brookshire is in charge of the Game Over Network. I want to make sure I'm giving a shout out to them. I always forget to give the shout out. Go send them your love and support, all right? Unbelievable win for Edmonton. Make sure you smash that like button. Unbelievable. Let's go Oilers. We'll see you in the post-game fan reaction within the next hour. I will talk about Victor Arvidsson's missed call. Vegas fans, I'm sorry that they did not call that. We'll see you soon, Oil Country. I love all of you. Victory chain. And of course, we have a victory kitty. We have Mochi over there. Maybe I'll get some victory treats for the kitties for everyone because I think you'll all like to see that. I love all of you. We'll see you very soon. Like I said, go hang out with the Game Over Network for the Oilers post-game from the Game Over Edmonton Oilers channel. Give them your love and support. Give them a subscription as well. Give them a like. It goes a long way. Love all of you. Your support means the world. Tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. We'll see you in the post-game fan reaction. Take care.